Hello, hello, hello. We're back. How is everyone? New day? Also as exciting as the next one. As the previous one. What next one? Next one is ought to be exciting, but I'm not a fortune teller. The matter of fact is today we have a more specific program. Yesterday we were all over the place. But today we're starting very good. We're starting with a continuation of the story of Fallout 4, a game that I've never played before, and it is actually really good. But since I'm actually very excited to witness the Cyberpunk 2.0 update, which is coming in about 2 to 3 hours, hoping, we don't know yet. We're gonna play Fallout 4 for the first 2 hours of the stream, and then we're gonna swap, we're gonna watch together the dev podcast of Cyberpunk 2077 from the developers at CD Projekt Red. And past that, we're gonna dive into the update when it finishes, and we're gonna see what the new game is like. So that's the plan for today. I hope you are doing well. I hope you have a fantastic day. And if you don't, stick around because it's bound to be fantastic here. YOLO. Yeah, indeed YOLO. I'm doing well, K5. Welcome. Very happy to see you. Are you doing well? Hello, Gavin, as well. Are you doing good? Joshua Graham is the best Fallout character in my opinion, just saying. I've never played it. I have no idea. No idea. It's brand new experience for me. Completely. I will take your word for it until I have my own formed opinion about it. So yeah, let's hit it off. Let's actually hit it off. One moment. No, broke my rotating cuff, so I'm bedridden. What? No way, man. How did you break it? I'm sorry to hear that, brother. That sounds painful. Like, look at me, man. I feel your pain. Nothing like yours. I'm still in agonizing pain, but at least I can move. Rotating cuff. I hope it gets... what's the rest period that they gave to you, Gavin? How long did they did this tell you to rest for? What is it, 2 weeks or more? I'm assuming way more, right? My shoulder pads in football snapped off. Got a cleat to the shoulder blade, and I'm gonna start red for 2 months. Oh my god. Oh my god. You got a cleat to the shoulder blade? Oh, brother. I've been in your shoes, man. That sounds extremely painful. I've been exactly in your shoes in the past. Was playing basketball when I was like 16, and I had an ankle injury that went so bad that the entire court turned, like they heard the tack of the bone hitting the ground while I fell. Like I was tackling, I was a 5, I was holding the position as a 5, I got tackled by a guy, fouled, and I, for some weird reason, instead of landing at my foot, it landed like this. So my side of my ankle hit the ground, and on the wooden floor, it heard like a tuck. Everyone turned like, what was that? And I have never been the same since. I hope you get good physio and you're back and running, because injuries like that are not a funny thing, man. I hope you get well soon, bro. Damn, brother, one thing I can say, get better. Yeah, exactly. Look at the bright side. I'm here. I'm happy that you're here, man, but I would prefer that you would be healthy, you know? I'm always happy to have you here, but I would prefer you being healthy. Oh, Christ. Sounds horrible. Hey, AD, hello. How are you doing?
Nick, you help me get out of here, and then I'll help you.
Well, I'm trying to help you get out of here. But you're like weird. How's it going, AD? You doing well? Good? Yeah, I'm doing well.
Hold on,
I'm doing well, brother.
there they are. How do you want to play this?
What do you mean? I'm gonna kill them.
Why does that take so fucking long?
What the fuck are they?
Hey, Dino, quit razzing that detective and get down here. Where the heck is he?
Something out there.
Come on, are you kidding me? Wait, can I... What's the quick reload?
Job is to check
Fucked it up.
Why does that take so fucking long?
Something out
Can't see. Time to dance.
Just when I thought we were getting along.
Man, this game is so weird. Nope. Now I gotta do my interview online, so that's gonna suck. Interview? Hope it goes well, man. Or whatever it is. Iguana on a stick. Why am I hitting tab all the time? I don't even know. Did I loot this guy? I don't remember. Yeah, I did. There were 3 of them. Yeah, I looted all. Okay. Or did I? I did. Alright, inventory. We need to eat. Eat. Eat the iguana. Good luck with the interview, by the way.
Hard and loud.
Aerospace engineer for NASA has been my dream for a long time. Oh, that's awesome, man. You're gonna do well. Don't worry about being bedridden.
This door's on the fritz. Let me see if I can.
Yeah, 4 is a little big change to 3 or really any other Fallout game. And
There we are.
as always, I believe you because I've never played any of them. This is actually my first Fallout game.
What are you, an idiot? What the?
That was it?
Rat.
Why is the music so ominous? Okay. Had to loop out until I killed the guy, I'm assuming. Oh my god, I'm hitting tab all the time.
Oh, I saw something.
I'm used to Tarkov, that's why.
Playing hide and seek.
You're in the way, just saying. Again. Let's see how many times I'm gonna hit tab today.
More stairs. Fitness
Fallout, hello Karma, welcome to the stream, buddy. Hope you're well. Oh, for 4 it was also your first? Imagine the odds, bro. Imagine the odds. That's crazy.
Gone for good.
You're in for it now.
76 is because cross grab a nightmare. So I've heard, and it is the main reason why I'm not interested on playing it. Oh god damn it. So I'm trying to loot in the dog passes while I'm hitting things. Okay. Whiskey. Okay. Toy car. Oh, this place has babies and everything. I'm assuming these guys took my son? Well, we will find out. Definitely we will find out. It's a true Bethesda game created by the one and only Todd Howard. Have you heard I don't want to set the world on fire? No, I have not actually heard that. What is that saying from? I doubt Todd said that, right? I would hope he didn't. All songs on the Fallout radio is good. Aha. After playing Fallout 4, you will know it. Gotcha. Feel so lost here.
Skinny Malone and the rest of his boys are waiting for us somewhere. The name's, ironic, but don't let that...
Did you know the Nuka-Cola jungle? No, dude. I just found out about Nuka-Cola yesterday when I was playing the game.
Okay, I got it. But I hear big fat footsteps on the other side. Once we step through this door, get ready for anything.
Okay, I'm ready. Let's go. I swapped to SSD and it's still loading.
Come into my house, shoot up my guys? You have any idea how much this is gonna set me back?
I wouldn't be here if it weren't for your two-timing dame, Skinny. You ought to tell her to write home more often.
Oh, poor little Valentine. Ashamed you got beat up by a girl. I'll just run back home to Daddy, shall I?
Should have left it alone, Mickey.
Who's there?
Over here. Move here.
Come on. You're kidding me, right?
Lights out for you.
The menus are clunky. Cram. Imagine fighting and drinking whiskey. Nope, it does nothing.
Be an awkward conversation with Darla's parents when I tell them
Uh,
my daughter bit the big one. Well, at least the case is
You can be so toxic at sometimes. What did I do? I just scrolled down past what looked to be a 10-year-old in a fursuit, and there's a bunch of people bullying him that are like 30. Huh? What are you on about, Gavin? I beat Fallout 3 like a month ago, and by hearing one song I already set getting nostalgia. Here's the thing from what I'm hearing. Okay, I have no experience over these games yet. But from what I'm hearing, the older the games are, the better they are from Bethesda. The newer the games, the worse they are. I don't know. I meant YouTube, not you. Yeah, but you said... You need to phrase it better. You literally said... YouTube... Oh, God. You and the spacebar. That's why. Okay, my bad. I thought the way you typed it, that you were saying your tube. F. It is okay. We good. We good. Am I going the right way? Or the wrong way? Where the fuck? Well, where am I going? Yeah, basically, older the better. That's sad, though. If you're confirming this, AD, and I do trust you, bro, it is not a good sign. I totally lost where the other guy went. Did he went outside? Looks like it. Thy are all heaven. Oh, look. A mosquito that's like 6 feet tall. I was reading a Reddit post today, and they were saying, somebody was saying, and I agree with this, that some of the devs of today, they are like telling the gamers, us, they're telling you should buy a better PC so you can run our game and everything. And he was comparing to what the devs 20 or 30 years ago were doing. They were literally creating games for everything to be able to be played on. And they were like, oh, if your PC can open, you can run our game, because they were coding things better. And now they're like full of excuses. I don't know anything about game design to say who is wrong and who is right, but I'm going to say this. Optimization in 2023 needs better standards. Like Baldur's Gate 3, for example, is a very good example of what you should be doing, because that game had few bugs.
Just what are you, Nick?
You really don't know? I'm a synth. Synthetic man. All the parts, minus a few red blood cells. I got built, I got old, I got tossed. Then I opened up that little agency and
I gotta go see you on Monday if you stream. I will stream, man. As long as my PC running, I will stream. Have a wonderful weekend, AD. Thank you for stopping by, brother.
I want you to come to my office in Diamond City. Give me all the details.
They should make two versions, good graphics and works on old PC. One version that has this option that you say. One version that has everything.
Lead the way, Nick.
All right, let's move fast. Follow me. Traveling in the Commonwealth as long as I have, you learn a few things.
Well, where are you going?
safe for now.
There is a fix to these issues. I agree. You know what that fix is? Do not buy a game that's not optimized. That's the fix. Vote with your wallet. Xbox S X is the fix. I've never owned an Xbox. I've heard good and bad things at the same time from all consoles, and I'm a PC guy, I always was. I mean, I had a PS2, a PS1, and a PS3, but past that, I stopped bothering. I don't like consoles that much. Because they're limiting. That's like, you play this on 30 FPS, and you play it only here, and that's it. And if the console goes bad, buy a new one. I'd rather have my PC and keep updating and use my PC for other things than gaming as well. But that's me. That's my opinion. I have nothing against people that like consoles. Console gaming is fine as long as you enjoy it. But personally, I prefer PC, and I will always advocate in favor of PC.
Yeah?
Yeah? I didn't say anything. Oh, look. Valentine fucked off. That's the difference with the Xbox X. It has no FPS cap. Oh, that's good. That's good then. They can run Warzone 2.0 at 140 FPS better than a $2,000 PC. That's really good to hear. I didn't know. Where am I going? I'm kinda lost. But PS5 is just... PS5 is capped at 25, 30 FPS. I don't know, I'm asking. Oh, nice. I got wrecked. I didn't know that. Our first death of the day. What is this? An SV98? No, it's not, but it looks like one. It's model after one. Interesting. Capped at 60 and they're committing false advertising. Really?
Thanks for getting me out. How did you know where to find me anyway? Not many people knew where I went.
Just what are you singing, bro?
I got Bill.
Yep.
Now, I want you to come to my office.
Lead the way, Nick.
All right, let's move fast. Follow me.
The Xbox says it can do 8K resolution, but the system isn't capable of outputting that. The box says it can do 8K resolution, but the system isn't capable of outputting that display. Wow. Wow. 8K. As far as I'm concerned, commercially, I don't believe we have an 8K television to begin with. Monitor for sure we don't.
Keeps the perimeter under control.
unless unless I'm mistaken. And if it exists, it's probably on the tens of thousands area of price point. The PS5 does that, no Xbox. Yeah, I got you. I read it wrong, but I understand that. Understood later. Thank you. That's stupid, though. That's bad. That's just nasty.
You.
Let's talk when we get to my office.
Crazy. Can't you, like, walk faster? An idea, I don't know. Maybe? No? Ah, that was the intersection that I didn't know. Still don't know the area well. That's why I got lost. Why is it that game developers create an NPC and they make it either run faster than you or run slower than you or walk faster than you or walk slower than you and never on the same speed of your walking or running speed? I don't understand this.
Hey, Valentine.
Don't worry. Once we get to my office, your case is my top concern.
The Xbox can play any Xbox game, including original Xbox games. The PS5 can only play PS4 games. That is true, and I find it extremely annoying. Extremely annoying that I have titles from PS1 here that I paid fair and square, and they're still sitting on my cupboard here, and I don't have access to because my PS1 is dead. It's like not working for years, and I have to use an emulator to play the games that I literally bought, and I have them still here if I want to ever go back to them. Because Sony does not allow you unless you do something illegal to your, well, illegal. Do something against their TOS to your console. Which is like, why won't you make the console able to play all games? Oh, I know why, because you want me to rebuy them through your store, even though I paid them. I have to rebuy them. It's predatory and it's crap.
Oh God, it's really you.
Well, it's hard to mistake this mug for anyone else.
I have a PS3. I do. It's the last one I bought.
Not as long as I got a few friends to back me up.
You saved Nick, this agency, and my job. Thank you.
Hey, happy to do it.
Yeah? Go diving into scary pre-war ruins all the time then, do ya? Here, every cap we agreed to for finding him.
It's shiny and bug, or it's slim.
If you're looking for work and don't mind putting on the detective hat,
It is.
Nick sure could use a new partner.
Whoa. One case at a time, Ellie.
It is the big one. It's not the slim one, and it's already bricked. Not bricked. It's already fixed.
Nick,
Sit down. Make yourself comfortable. When you're trying to find someone who's gone missing, the devil is in the details. Tell me everything you can, no matter how painful it might be.
my wife was murdered.
Yes, it can. But this is what I'm talking about. Why do I have to jump through hoops
It's okay.
to play the games that I own?
So, we're talking about
Should be accessible to me, since I have them.
Until something went wrong to resort to violence. What else can you tell me?
Like I have legit copies of every Gran Turismo game up until 5 here, and I can play 4 and 5, I think 4, on PS3 normally. The rest, I have to do things. Why?
What's with
There was a man and a woman. They didn't say much. But I remember they called me the backup.
So we're talking a small team. Professionals. The kind that know to keep their lips tight when they're on the job. Not sure what the backup means, though. Anything else you remember?
Yep, exactly. Custom firmware.
We were in a vault when it happened. Vault 111. It was some kind of cryo facility.
You were on ice, huh? More importantly, you were underground. Sealed up. It's a lot of obstacles to get through just to take one person. Anything else you remember?
We're looking for my son, Sean. He's less than a year old. Why would anyone take him?
Good question. Why your family in particular? Why an infant? Someone would be taking on all of his care, and a baby needs a lot of...
Honestly, I don't think I've met someone that has still an unmodded PS3.
Whoever took your kid
Yeah.
had an agenda. There's a lot of groups in the Commonwealth that take people. Raiders, super mutants, the Gunners, and of course there's the Institute.
So you think this institute is responsible?
Well, they're the boogeymen of the Commonwealth. Something goes wrong, everyone blames them. Easy to see why. Those early model synths of theirs strip whole towns for parts, killing everything in their way. Then you got the new...
What is the dog doing?
Good as human.
What the fuck?
Infiltrate cities and pull strings from the shadows. Worst of all, no one knows why they do it, what their plan is.
What the
where
fuck?
they are. Not even me. I'm a synth myself. A discarded prototype.
Bethesda game, man. Bethesda game. Like, you can't make this shit up. You can't. Like, look at this. How? How is that a thing?
You're a prototype?
As far as I know,
Look,
I've seen any other synth like
the dog is gonna stay there.
the older ones, the dumb as rock.
Ah.
And there's
The good thing though is the OG PS3 can play PS1 and PS2 unmodded. Yeah, that's true. The OG could.
Either way, I need to find Sean.
You're right.
Why he shook us those things.
Let's focus on what you saw.
What do you mean?
Kidnappers look like.
I'll never forget that voice. Low and rough. Like sandpaper across your face.
Not much to go on, but a tough and commanding voice can get someone pretty far in the violence business. What else?
The woman was dressed in, I think it was a kind of hazard suit. The man had...
I got a call from Nintendo. What happened?
Brace on his arm.
Maybe
I remember that they
something
told
provides
you
armor,
literally
a lot
that
of
you
hired guns
can
do that
mod
look
it
tough.
so you can play the games because it's bricked. Did they call you back?
Afford something that fancy. What else do you remember about them?
One of them came right up to me. Bald head. Scar across his left eye.
Wait. It couldn't be. You didn't hear the name Kellogg at all, did you?
Who is he? Do you think he has...
Saying they can unban my console if I delete my pirated games.
Ellie, what notes do we have about
That's a
the
good thing, no?
The description matches. Bald head, scar, reputation for dangerous mercenary work, but no one knows who
Unbelievable.
the warrior is.
They're telling you to hack the console,
He had a kid with him, didn't
and after that they're telling you to that they can't let you play the games, and they cannot fix it, and you have to hack it, and then they are like, oh, we can unban it. That's bad. That's bad. I said no, I have the whole damn eShop. Yeah. I don't blame you, bro.
Well, you know how to keep a girl waiting.
You said he lives here? He's still in town?
They both vanished a while back, if I'm remembering right. But that house is still there. Let's you and I take a walk over to Kellogg's last known address. See if we can snoop out where he went.
Security doesn't really go to that part of town, but you two should still be careful.
I always am.
Nick,
Come on, Kellogg's house ain't far. Didn't want Ellie to hear this, but I think you should know.
Try to tell me they were gonna call the cops because piracy is illegal.
Disappearance? Bad news. He's
Oh,
more than
God.
a mercenary. He's a professional. Quick, clean, thorough. Has no enemies because they're all dead.
What did you respond?
Except you. 9 to 1 odds says he's our man. More than just you identifying his distinguishing features. The MO was all him as well. Leading a small team to kidnap a baby and leaving one of the parents alive for later. Not many mercs in the Commonwealth can pull that off.
yes. Takahashi. Yes.
Your employee told me to do this. That means Nintendo was encouraging legal acts. Won't that make headlines? Nice. Well said, bro. Well said. Come on.
Hey, Valentine.
Follow me. Let's check out this house Kellogg left vacant.
I'm trying to, but you're not moving. Moment I pass you, you stopped. Oh, God. Yeah, sure. Of course. What? Pickpocket? I don't want to.
Hey, Valentine.
Kellogg's house is this way. Here we are. Keep an eye out, will you? See if I can get this open.
All good, Gavin. Don't worry.
That's one heck of a lock. Something to hide, Kellogg? Why don't you give it a try?
Don't think I can pick this. Nick.
No luck? Guess we'll need to find the key. Stubborn lock, ain't it? See that platform in the distance, near the city entrance? That's the elevator to the mayor's office. Why don't you go ask around there? I'll stay here and see if I can jimmy this lock.
I'm hoping I understood his directions well.
Why doesn't the mayor come out of his office, huh? He's afraid of talking to the press? I bet if I said I was with the Institute, he'd come running.
Do you ever think maybe you could get a man's attention easier if you used software?
Just another day in the elevator. What up, Rocky? How you doing? I love this dog, man. Amazing job. Very good. Doggy. Very good. How long is this elevator, man? Jesus Christ. Really? Oh my God. So all this time for nothing.
What? Didn't like something I said?
If you are done crowding the reception area, Miss Piper, the mayor needs to make time for more responsible citizens.
I was just leaving anyway.
The mayor's receiving visitors as long as they aren't members of the press. Did you need help?
Who do I talk to if I need to find a key to a house that's been locked up?
If you're talking about a property that the city has seized, we only have one on the books. Mr. Kellogg's old house. You'd have to ask the mayor directly if you want the keys.
I'll talk to the mayor then.
He set aside time to talk to petitioners all day. Best of luck.
No funny business around the mayor. Got it?
Where's the mayor?
I'm sorry, but you're not getting that.
I'm so confused now. Where am I going?
Ah, yes. I remember you.
Oh, that's
Our
the mayor.
new arrival. I wish I was in your shoes, getting to see our glorious city for the first time. How can I help you?
A man named Kellogg used to live in this city. I need to search his house.
I see. Well, whatever reasons you have, I take my citizens' privacy very seriously. Even after they've left. I can't allow you to invade someone else's home. That's all there is to it.
Please, Mayor McDonough. This man Kellogg kidnapped my son. I need to find him.
I see. I'm sorry, but however horrible the crimes this Mr. Kellogg may have committed,
Okay.
your word alone isn't hard evidence.
Welcome back.
So that's it? You're not gonna help?
Security is part of what keeps Diamond City above the petty squabbles and misfortunes of the Commonwealth. I can't betray that for anything.
He wants a bribe.
I understand. You have rules. Maybe for the right amount, you can bend them a bit.
What? How dare you? I'm the mayor, for God's sake, not some thug for hire.
Fine. Thanks for nothing.
I know it's disappointing, but I have to think of all the people of Diamond City, not just the needs of one person.
So what now? Hey bro, I might not type the fastest. I'm there. Is a tomato siren on? And today is not a drill day? What? There's a tornado. Tornado? Oh my god.
Hey, no shame in taking
That's good, man. I hope you're safe.
Solomon can hook you up.
Tornado. Holy shit, man. I hope you're safe. I hope everything goes well, man. Don't worry about it.
Still looking for that key? What's so important?
Just let me know that you're safe.
Hey, Geneva.
Still looking for that key? What's so important?
I'm good in my basement. Good.
Maybe we can reach an agreement? I just happen to have a pile of caps here.
A gift? For me? Oh, how generous. Oh, there I go again, leaving a key out on my desk and forgetting to put it back.
Imagine. So I needed to bribe her and not the mayor. The moment I moved to Kansas. Well, one thing I'm gonna say about Greece, because of the geography, we do not have tornadoes here. Well, we do have tornadoes, but they're very, very small. They cannot build up speed because of the geography. So in a way, we're safer. For quote-unquote tornado ally. Sorry bro, I can't interrupt. I don't know this game. It's okay, Karma. Don't worry about it, man. I appreciate the company regardless. I'm learning it as well. It's fine. I'm figuring it out. It's like it's a new game. You're about to have fuck-ups. Nah, we get a lot of E5s. Yeah.
Right, head in. Let's take a look around. Kellogg must have left something behind. Place seems small to you? Figured a guy like Kellogg would think big. Nothing here. Did you check out that desk? I'm telling you, something's not right. Look for anything out of sorts. A switch, a button.
I got a movie theater, a pool table, and a stocked bar down here. It's gonna be a good time. That's good. It's good. What am I looking for? Oh, there it is.
Well, that's one way to hide a room. Look at this. All of a Merc's favorite things.
Gwinnett Stout beer, 44 caliber bullets, and cigars. San Francisco Sunlights.
Interesting brand. Won't lead us anywhere on its own, though.
I wonder if dog meat could pick up the scent.
Say, that's not a bad idea.
Dog meat?
Some dogs out there in the Commonwealth can track a man for miles.
What?
Well,
He actually named his
seems
dog
eager for
Dog
the
Meat?
job. Why don't you let him have a
No
win?
way, man.
See if he picks up on the trail. Before you head out, I know this is personal business. If you have to face Kellogg on your own, just say so.
Any words of wisdom?
Kellogg really is the one who kidnapped
I know,
your
right?
son,
It's horrible.
and he's dangerous. But so are you. You don't need to be afraid of him or anything else the Commonwealth throws at you.
I want you with me on this, Nick.
All right. Well, let's get that bastard. This is your show from here on out, okay? You say jump, I'll say how high. Hey, you mind keeping an eye out for a second? Gotta run a diagnostic. Whew. Thanks. What'd I miss?
That was horrible. But what can you do? Okay, let's go. I thought I hit the door, but apparently I didn't. Weird. Very weird. Okay, where do I need to go? Let's see.
Dog meat. Get the scent, boy.
Dog meat, man. Horrible name.
Got something, boy?
Our dog is gonna help us. Any words of wisdom? Dog meat. Right? I know, man.
Who needs a haircut? Everyone needs a haircut. Step up.
So the dog is gonna take us somewhere now. Fallout PSD. You played as well, I'm guessing, Titan, right? Shoot the dog. It's never gonna happen. I'm actually sad, man. They Bethesda named the dog Dog Meat, man. I can't believe that they named the dog Dog Meat. I'm calling him Rocky. I don't care. So he's telling us where to go now. Dog meat. Unbelievable.
Kellogg must have stopped here. Search around, see if we can pick up the trail.
San Francisco Sunlights.
Dog meat find something?
Kellogg's preferred brand, all right.
Okay, boy, let's track him.
Shoots the dog. Nope. Never. Never. You guys are animals. You want me to kill my dog? It's not gonna happen. I like dogs, man. I'm not gonna shoot my dog. What is wrong with you boys? How dare you? How dare you? He turned on when I played. He turned on me when I played? No. The dog? No way. You did something bad. Dogs will never turn on you, man. Unless you abuse them. And even then they won't. They're extremely loyal. Where's my dog? Wait, I lost my dog. There it is. Bro, you're supposed to be running with this horror game, but I'm really throwing hands with the monster currently. What do you mean? I'm playing a horror game right now. It's justified. Ah! Got you. At some point, bro, you will nuke a village for fun. No way, man. Oh, man. Don't spoil the story for me, boys.
Looks like another one of Kellogg's pit stops. Keep your eyes open.
Lost the scent, boy?
I'm beating the monster with an electricity rod. What's the game called that you're playing? For a stun stick, I'm talking about a completely different game, Fallout, by the way. Which one? Game is called Rake Remastered. Gotcha. Dog, if you don't move... there you go. He lost the sand.
What is it, boy? What are we looking for?
can't pass here. I'm stuck. The dog decided to bar the door. Unbelievable. Typical. I told you, dog meat will piss you off. Yep, he will. Well, look what I have to do just to search around. Just because the dog decided to bar the door. Oh, God. What do I need to do here? Oh, he's looking up. Like, why?
Kellogg was here. Let's find something to track him down. Bloody bandages. Dog meat can
pick
track
up the
this.
scent again?
I'll need your nose to track Kellogg, boy.
Okay, boy. Let's track him.
Oh my God. That makes sense. He always blocks doors. Yeah, apparently. Maybe it's intentional, so you can find the quest item. I don't know. We will see as we go further.
Doing the world a service.
You should just throw a grenade at him. He's important. He's immortal, don't worry.
That dog's got one hell of a nose.
What the hell? What is that?
Got nothing.
Oh boy. That doesn't look well.
See him?
Okay. Interesting. Right, let me check one thing. Be right back. Really fast. I'm back. Oh. Just launch, let's launch a nuclear bomb at the dock, bro. Don't worry, it's for the story to continue. I think this world had enough nuclear bombs. Don't you think? That we had enough?
Right. Dog meat's found something. You know the drill.
Come on, man. Well. Not gonna take it. Especially when I was so close. Ooh, hoo, 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 hoo.
Right. Dog meat's found something. You know the drill.
Okay, save here.
A decoy, huh? Clever.
Where's the mine that killed me previously? Don't understand. So confused. I literally stepped here earlier and I got blown up. I load the game and there is nothing. Makes no sense. Find the clue. Okay. Weird, this, this game is weird. The inventory is so weird. The aiming system is weird. Have to get used to it, I guess. It's beautifully made, the world, but the inventory is weird.
If you're hounding for a green suntan, I suggest we get a move on.
Oh, so you... How do I remove radiation, by the way? I don't even know. Because it's accumulating, but what I eat and what I drink and the mistakes I've made of not knowing.
Lower your weapons immediately. Alert. Critical signs. Alert. Critical signs.
Hell of a party.
What have we here?
Error. System corrupt. I can't feel my legs.
What happened here?
Error. Operator deceased. Threat level Omega.
Another one of his stogies.
So we use the cigars to find the culprit. I see. Makes sense. They have done a very good job, though, on creating the world. I'm not gonna deny this. Like, they gave a very good derelict feeling, and they kept the graphics really smooth.
Getting close. I can feel it. Look around.
What do you think, boy?
But it's not
Is this a
optimized.
man?
It's a 2015 game. Have a brand new GPU, and I should be running everything on Ultra, and I can't. That's not a good thing. But this goes back to what we were saying about optimization in the recent years. Or more precisely, the lack of it. Hitting air. Unbelievable.
Is this the place? Is he in here, boy?
I knew dog meat would sniff our man out. Let's you and I take it from here. Give our four-legged friend a break.
Everything okay, boy? Come on, boy. It's time to go.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Valentine.
Time to hit the road?
Not now.
Well, I'll be around if you change your mind.
By the way, the main character gets a sick case of radiation and only one cure exists. Really? Is there a way, Titan, is there a way to cure my radiation? The one that had been accumulating from my errors. Also, this is another place similar to mine. I see. When I say similar, it's exactly the same. Well, pretty much the same. What am I supposed to do here?
Nick.
Time to hit the road?
Not now.
Well, I'll be around.
Joking. Well, that fucked me up.
Where'd you go?
Oh, that's messed up.
What else you got? One way to get that one pumping. Doing that much good at this point.
Interesting. I'm so lost watching this because I don't know what to do. Come on. So I'm assuming the chemistry station I should be using to purify the water. This is to enter the Fort Hagen. I'm assuming. Yeah, this is where I came down. Okay. Just having a look over the place. All right. That's done. Let's see. Was it worth it to destroy those? Well, I can roam freely around the area now. So from that sense alone, it's worth it. But do they have anything to loot? They do. Yay. Good stuff. Come on. I did all this for duct tape and a paintbrush. Doesn't sound like worth, does it? Oh yeah. Parkour. No. Parkour. Come on. Parkour. God. There you go. Parkour. This actually worked. Wow, there was a ramp. There was a ramp and I was doing parkour. Oh boy. Casually the dog walks up while I'm doing jumping. It's okay. You can't have it all now, can you? Yeah, it was worth it. I took parts. Oh, I can enter here? That part I didn't know. You can actually enter. Just not loading, even on the SSD. Okay, let's use this first. Let's. Okay, let's save. Those are Terminators, man. Whoa, 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 whoa. I'm happy that I saved. Yep, I'm happy that I saved. Oh, I don't like the VATS system at all. It's so confusing. The targeting system, that is. I don't like it. I like targeting manually. And they killed the dog? Okay. Well, that didn't work out well. So this weapon is not good, the stun button for them. I need something better. Let's see my options. Come on. Right, we're gonna fail a few times. That's for sure. Wait, I know what I'll do. When I came in... Yeah, I have an autosave. So... do this. Tell the dog to sit still, because the dog is actually the one that's inviting them. Where's the dog? Crap. Never mind. No, there's a dog.
Yo, psst. Hold.
Okay, save this. So when we die, we'll be able to do without the dog dying.
Is someone present? Why are you on? My scanners must be malfunctioning.
Hello? I knew you would be able to tell. This is all directly to Kellogg.
Okay. This is gonna take a few years to finish. Those guys have lasers. And this is not the right weapon for the job. Let's go for the... Where is it? Okay, let's go.
Hostile sensor, there you are.
Is someone present? Some capability. Fascinating.
Wherever you are, there you are out there.
Come on, dude.
Coordinating is under Institute authority.
Wow. This is gonna be a lot of deaths until I make it. Wow. I'm happy that I saved.
Engaging. Damaged. Kellogg will not be pleased.
Okay, let's see now if their thing is actually better. How is it called, their thing that I looted?
As ordered for termination.
This looks more powerful.
Where did you go?
Found you. Initiate.
Okay, so this is not more as powerful as the other one. You live, you learn. Go back to the laser thing. But how do I recharge that laser thing? Because that's OP. I need to go and sell some stuff after this. Where is it? There it is.
Found you. Under Institute authority.
You're carrying too much? Crap. Sort by weight. Okay, let's see.
Kellogg's secure facility infiltrated. Termination required.
Interesting.
It would appear my target has dissipated. Cannot escape detection for long.
Where is he? I can hear him, but I cannot see him.
Directive received from Kellogg. Gone.
It says caution. Don't see anything.
Hello. Goodbye.
I'm so confused. What is going on? Oh, there it is. So it was a turret. Imagine. Shouldn't have been all this way with so many things. There we go. You don't need 11 pistols. What? I'm still heavy? What the hell? Oh, I didn't put them there. I don't understand this system at all. It's so confusing. Quantity. What? I'm still heavy?
Combat initiated.
Come on, dude.
Stealth capabilities. Fascinating.
Who's talking? Most confusing game. Oh, they have below as well. I see. Very interesting. I think I understand it now. So the sound is that it's losing aggro.
sensitivity.
Nice.
My sensors clearly needs adjustment. Is someone present? How interesting.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
I honestly feel lost in this game. I don't know where to go. Okay, so clear the area before you start looting, maybe? Here's the thought.
You must be terminated. By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed.
Curious.
Right. Faster then. A lot of tries. So the luck does nothing.
Combat initiated.
Gonna load it again. Don't have many options.
Is someone present? It would appear an attempt at stealth has failed.
Appears to be nothing. Perhaps my sensors need calibration.
I will limit the gain I could, if possible. Hostile sensor reading detected. You must
Jesus Christ, they're savage. These guys are hard. Okay. Should have done this with a suit, I think. But it's fine. We'll make do.
movement detected. Curious. I have detected you. Where did you go? Now I understand. You are hiding because you fear death.
Oh,
By order of the Institute, you must be destroyed. It would appear my target has disappeared.
Actually hiding. Man, those guys are a handful. Need to kill the leader. Interesting. So this place has a lot of loot. But we're nearing to the point. I need to kill the leader. And we need to swap to watch the stream.
Hostile sensor reading detected.
There we go. I'm stuck. Come on.
Stealth capabilities. Fascinating. Hello. Kellogg has ordered your location. A fellow synth verified. Directive received from Kellogg. Destroy intruder.
Right, I'm gonna save it here. Let me see on the stream. Has it started? Right, starts in 2 minutes. So we're gonna call it here since I saved. Save it regardless. Exit. And this is now gonna swap from Fallout 4 to a Cyberpunk stream. Gonna watch first of all. Gonna watch this first. Too damn loud. Let's see what this is gonna be. Right. So basically this is the dev stream, the red stream for Cyberpunk. So Fallout 4 is taking a pause for now to watch this. And then we're gonna go into because at the moment we're waiting for this the moment they release the update, we're gonna make the update of the game and we're gonna hit the game as well. Okay, while this is loading, let me go to the bathroom. We'll be back.
Hello and welcome to another episode of The Red Stream. My name is Amelia and I'll be your host today, together with my partner in crime, Alicia Kozera.
Hey guys!
And we have two amazing new guests, so please give a warm welcome to Filip Dovnar, gameplay lead designer.
Hi.
And Rafał Obremski, sorry, I have to read that title, gameplay designer and gameplay design coordinator.
Hello.
Very long title.
Yeah, whenever someone asks, I just say that I make games, that's my...
Make simple.
Just like all of us.
Exactly.
Okay guys, so a couple of weeks ago we met you for the first Red Stream about Update 2.0 and Phantom Liberty, and we told you some more about Dogtown, some of the characters coming with the expansion. We talked about car combat, new reworked perks and attributes, as well as the relic skill tree from Phantom Liberty, and we also went over the revamped police system. And today we have even more changes and new features to go through. So we will start with airdrops, a new open world activity from Phantom Liberty. Then we will go through combat AI enhancements. We will also go through cyberware changes, net running changes, balance and economy changes,
All right.
UI changes. So, you know, there's a lot of changes
I'm
to
back.
go through.
Sorry.
You will probably be able to download the update before we finish the stream. It will be available from 5 p.m. CEST today. And if you are wondering how much space you need, let me help you with that. So for PlayStation 5, you're gonna need 38 gigabytes of space. For Xbox, you're gonna need around 52 gigabytes of space. And for PC, around 33 gigabytes of space. So hopefully after the stream, you will be able to jump right into Update 2.0 in Cyberpunk 2077. Unfortunately, today we are not with you live, but we will hold a Q&A session at the very end with questions that we gathered from our Discord and our forums.
So the update is not up yet.
So the update 2.0 will be available after the stream. Let's jump in.
Yeah, so, you know, guys, gameplay overhaul, philosophy behind 2.0. Can you tell us more about that?
Sure. First and foremost, it's called 2.0 for a reason. I don't think we left any stone unturned in terms of gameplay. We did a great overhaul over almost all of our systems. So the philosophy behind it, the main thing we had in mind while working on it, you know, we are CD Projekt Red, we are storytellers. And we are telling the stories not only in narrative part of the game, but also in gameplay. And in gameplay, it's up to the player to decide how the story looks exactly, what kind of character they are, what kind of playstyle they are using, and all of this we wanted to be actually made consciously by player. All of the decisions in regards to the character they are.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all really about the RPG element, role-playing of the whole thing. We wanted the builds and the cyberware to be more immersive, for the players to represent themselves more through those. The builds are more distinctive. Your choice when it comes to cyberware is also much bigger and richer. So it was really all about just giving this freedom of actually being able who I want to be in this world while you know, having this glorious adventure.
Sounds good. Sounds good. I can't wait to, you know, see what our players think of the update. So, you know, let's just start with what Alicia already mentioned. So let's go to airdrops. What can we say about airdrops?
Airdrops.
The most important thing, they're super awesome. We love airdrops. And basically, airdrops are a new open world activity, and that happens only in the Dogtown area. You will not see this on a minimap, but it's quite hard to miss. You will hear the AV dropping the big package on the Dogtown area.
Flying over the district.
Exactly, and there are flares that will guide you where they are. Getting to airdrop itself, it's a little bit challenging. We wanted for it to be not only the challenge in terms of the encounter that happens there, but also
That's interesting.
It is quite challenging to get to the location itself.
Or even how to approach it, from which side.
Exactly.
Cool.
Yeah, it's also, you can maybe try stealth approach or something like this. But as I mentioned, the combat is also a little bit challenging there, sometimes even quite challenging, I would say. Because the loot there is also something that we wanted to...
Hello, Godfather. Welcome to the stream, man. We just stopped playing Fallout 4 and went in to watch the development stream for Cyberpunk
forever, but that does not
to see what
necessarily mean that
additions
the
they've
combat
made for the game.
is the same for every encounter.
And we're
It
gonna
very much
hopefully
differs,
they're gonna release
so
the
you can
update
try it out,
for
play
the
it
game, the
around, try
2.0,
different,
so I can jump in.
airdrops and see
At
how it
this
is.
stage,
Because, yeah, as I
the
mentioned, there are
update
also
is
quite
not here yet.
Yeah, we have like
So we're waiting.
multiple spots.
What
those
happened?
Spots are, like different versions of those encounters, and what's also really cool is this as you'll be like doing them, you'll be leveling up.
Everything
and,
went
your
wild.
possibilities, your abilities to approach them will also be different. So
How are you
then
doing?
when
You
come
good,
back
brother?
To get the airdrop, how you tackle it can be different depending on how your playstyle has evolved.
All right, sounds good. And you mentioned that it will be challenging, so I assume there are like various guards of this airdrop of the loot, right? Can we maybe talk about the changes to the AI and to the combat enhancement that we did in 2.0?
That is the most important thing for me,
For
the AI.
2.0, we focused in terms of AI itself.
Yeah.
We didn't want to reinvent the wheel. We focused rather on building on top of what we already had. But that being said, we did quite a lot. We especially in stealth.
Okay.
So, for example, if you try to approach this airdrop in stealth, as we mentioned, you probably would notice that having a silenced pistol, the enemy you could probably see a situation in which the enemy does not hear the gunshot because of the silenced weapon. But the fact that they will see the bullet will start. They will start investigating. Hey, there's a bullet here. Like, probably, guys, we are in danger. Maybe let's start investigating where this bullet came from. And their search behaviors also changed. They will be a little bit more challenging in this manner. So, with our changes to stealth, we also wanted for AI to maybe catch up a little bit.
They can extrapolate the bullet trajectory and like know where the bullet is coming from to like influence their search behavior and patterns. It's just more.
I'm good, just popping in for a second. I don't know, I might go to sleep
Yes.
soon. We'll see.
In terms of
I
AI,
understand,
we also
man. You're
focused
out of
on,
work. You're
changing
just.
some of the
You're not
artifacts
out
we
of
already
work.
had
You're
in the
just
game,
back
but
from
they are
work.
now,
So you're
so
tired.
different that
Thank you for
people
stopping in to say hi, though. It means a lot.
And different, or you. So we focused really a lot on changing the netrunner in terms of AI, and that's an awesome change because that was one I was personally waiting for after playing the game. And from now on, netrunner will no longer only try to damage you. It's a huge change because from now on, we wanted enemy netrunners to be more in like the live inside of the Cyberpunk world, because netrunners in Cyberpunk are those a little bit more smart personalities. So from 2.0 in AI, netrunner will try to, for example, upload a cyber malfunction on you, maybe weapon jam,
restart optic.
Yes, blind hack, and in some critical situations, they will also try to upload.
Well, the demo looks good.
On you, which is, yeah, if you don't.
This one you don't want to have.
Yes, let's just say that. So if you see system collapse, you should probably try to interrupt it, because this stays the same. You can always interrupt it.
The coolest thing about this is not even that they became smarter. That too. But first and foremost, the way it changes how you approach combat at the very moment, because as Rafa mentioned, we have numerous different quick hacks, which are very different, and they affect you differently depending on what type of playstyle you prefer and in what kind of situation you are. If you're vulnerable, then restart optics is something different than when you're safe and hidden. So you have to be on your toes, think about your surroundings, and depending on the situation, make those small decisions like, should I go after the netrunner or continue?
So this is just general update? Yeah, like the 2.0 is free. Everyone that has the game already, they will get this update for free, and it's going to happen between now and an hour from now. And I'm going to play it. I'm going to go and create a new character and start a new playthrough. As soon as it is up to check it out, and it changes a lot of things, so I'm very anxious to see if the game is going to be, I'm sure it's going to be better, but how much better? I'm anxious to see.
You through them, so you don't always have to find the netrunner themselves. But
I'm happy that they are actually putting the work and they're trying to fix the game. But the biggest issue that I have with this game is the narrative. It is not an RPG narrative, it's an action-adventure narrative. And I would be fine if they actually advertise it like so, but they choose to say it's an RPG and you don't have freedom of choice and narrative-wise, story. Let's hope that the expansion has that portion changed, because they can actually do what they want with the story. I'm hoping for it, honestly.
Easily. And elites themselves are really revamped and kind of tougher versions of the enemy. They change quite a lot in terms of who should you target, how your playstyle actually is affected by them being.
You played as Corpo? My first playthrough was Corpo. The second one was Street Kid. This one is going to be Nomad, because I've never done Nomad.
Crowd control and damaging a lot of different enemies at one time. But
very first Corpo playthrough.
There's a singular enemy that is a little
How
bit
about
tougher,
you?
makes
What did you play?
Rethink your playstyle. Maybe I want to have something that will allow me to focus on a singular target as well. Or not, like, it depends on you.
Like whether crowd control is your thing and you want to control the elite, or you just want to burst it down, that's also a possibility. It really depends on how you play. Another thing regarding the AI itself is that it's much more, I would say, adaptable to how you play. It's gonna react differently if you're like going straight in and you're super hyper aggressive. They will react. If you take the slower approach, when you hide, when you are more like cover shooter gameplay, is a thing for you. They will also behave differently. So it's also like a big change to how you play and how you have to think about the encounters.
Exactly, and building even on top of what you said, you could probably hide behind some cover. They will notice that and try to maybe lure you out from it with grenades and stuff.
They really got good at this.
And now actually this is something that we also worked quite a lot. The rule of thumb we took in regards of this is the higher difficulty you're playing on, the more player-like enemies will feel. So for example, on hard and very hard difficulty, they will have a little bit more verbs.
I don't play games, but I've seen about 20 minutes of gameplay. Really?
Themselves more often. As I mentioned,
what do you mean you don't play games?
Will also adapt to your difficulty level.
You've played Skyrim, no?
The quicker the hacks he applies will be, and stuff like this. We really focused on this, building this world that adapts. If you are progressing your player, you have new abilities and new verbs to you. We wanted the difficulty to be kind of something for AI to maybe simulate something similar.
It's generally how we approach the game difficulties in general. We try to make it more about engagement and like how much stuff happens that player has to take into consideration, and how important the effect of each of those action verbs is at current moment. Sure, there are like stats changes as well, as they have to be, but it's not about this. It's rather background, and on the forefront, it's about the composition of the NPCs and like their abilities and how active they are with using the abilities they have, because they have those abilities. Almost all of them they have across all the game difficulties. It's just they are much more proactive with them on higher game difficulties.
Exactly.
Okay, so essentially NPCs, AI will adjust their behavior to see what we are doing. But what about, like, I would like us to go more into the stealth gameplay that we are introducing in 2.0.
Sure. So as we mentioned, AI itself will behave differently in regards to your stealth approach, but the stealth approach from the player's perspective changed vastly. We
in what
added
way?
A lot of new verbs for the player. For example, the ninjutsu perk that will allow you to sprint while crouching, which probably would look
a little bit funny
in third person. So luckily we are in first person perspective. But this allows for a lot of opportunities in stealth in general.
Haven't played any video games since 2017. Got you, man.
Because,
you're just watching streams. Got you.
You cannot stealth in crowd freely. sorry, not stealth, sprint in crouch 3D. So you have to think like when to do it, what your stamina is going to be, what will be like your how you act later
Well,
on. with
you're
the
gonna
stamina
watch
that
it
you
from
have.
me.
So there are a lot of those, like,
because I am
little
gonna play
decisions that you have
the
to
game.
make, and it's much more fun.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Another thing is the stealth netrunning loop we added. In general, we worked a lot on netrunner in the game from 2.0, but from now on, you will also have this new gameplay in regards to your stealth approach. There's a new system trace functionality that we added. Basically, it's like maybe role-playing a little bit, fighting netrunner with netrunner, that someone tries to stop you.
Or some kind of system.
Or some kind of system that will track that hey, there's a netrunner trying to kill our guys, maybe I'll try to trace him. Obviously, it's also in encounters that do not have netrunner in them, it's just our fantasy about it, but you know, there's this thing that you will have to progress towards not being spotted while hacking people.
Yeah. And think about, because not all quick hacks are traceable. And quick hacks are also traceable in like different on different level. Some are like extremely aggressive and like easy to spot, which makes the system netrunner to spot the player easier. And what do we mean by spot? Basically, your position will be revealed to all the encounter, and they will know where you are, and they will try to get you. So a player right now has to think like, okay, what do I value more? Do I want to make this aggressive push, get out, take one or two enemies with me because it's a good opportunity? I cannot go around them using regular stealth, or whether it's better to stay low and basically use my potential to the fullest while being hidden, and only then release the full potential of the playstyle.
Yeah. Another thing in stealth we changed is, in general, in Phantom Liberty, being this espionage, we wanted to add a lot more to the gunplay in terms of stealth. So there are a lot more silenced weapons play styles, and there are some combinations that weren't possible before. For example, from now on you'll be able to have a tech silenced weapon or smart silenced weapon.
Absolutely crazy.
Oh, that's good.
Yes.
It sounds crazy.
Yeah. So you can totally go for fully stealth gameplay type. In weapons in general, we work quite a lot, but sticking to stealth, we also added a super cool optical camo abilities in Relic Tree.
Oh,
so
nice.
This one is obviously Phantom Liberty exclusive, but there's a perk that will slow down time when you approach, like when you start being spotted using optical camo.
That used to be.
And get you out of combat.
In combination with optical. That's good.
Cool. And we also have like a very cool cyberware that can do crazy stuff. But
what they're describing was already in the game from release, but they evolved it from what they are talking about, which is a very good thing.
Okay, so we're super excited to check out the new stealth loop, especially with the spy thriller vibes of expansion. It's gonna fit in right there. But while we were on the topic of AI, we actually have some questions from our community about that. So maybe let's jump into those. The first question is, has the density of NPCs and the intelligence of NPC AI improved throughout the entire map, or is it only inside Dogtown?
Obviously, every change to AI we made for the whole Night City. Every AI-controlled enemy will be revamped.
It's absolutely systemic.
Absolutely systemic. But that being said, obviously for Phantom Liberty, there are some custom encounters, for example, with bosses. And they are, as I call them, a little bit more custom. So for those to experience, you will have to have Phantom Liberty installed. But trust me, they're also super awesome. So I really encourage you to try them out, because we also focused on bosses.
But those are, it's not like we have like some kind of Phantom Liberty specific systems for it. It's just the encounters.
When is this update out? It's literally gonna be out. Welcome to the stream, Fuzzy. It's gonna be out by the end of this stream. It hasn't been released. I've been checking. Like, this is it. I've been literally hitting it up. It's not up yet. But by the time that this stream is up, is down, is over, we're gonna have
another question that we have from our community
the
is, are there
update.
going to be crazy
So I'm gonna
drivers
be
who
testing it.
don't work along normal driving
I'm gonna
AI?
get some sleep.
Yeah,
That sounds like a great idea, Godfather. Thank you for stopping by, man. Enjoy your
it's
rest.
really hard to define, like, what do you call crazy driver? Because, for instance, in Night
I am
City,
crazy.
I'll show you my cam from my car. I'll show you exactly
Okay.
who are crazy drivers.
if you think like in Night City, in this world, which is like extremely visceral, brutal, where those gunfights can happen on every street corner, people are like scared, you know. They will try to drive away. They will try to avoid whatever obstacle is there.
Like the moment that this ends, from now until the end of this stream, which is going to be the next 40 minutes, they're going to release the update.
And the cool thing about it,
I'm going to update, I'm going to jump in, create a new character and start from scratch just to see
accidents themselves and increase on the
how does it feel.
Even, drive over the policeman, for instance, and be chased themselves. You will see gang members fighting themselves or running away from the police. And while
That's
doing
cool
this,
what he's
they
saying right
don't
now.
care. They
Really
basically,
cool.
You know, they drive over civilians. They crash into other cars. Player can watch and just have fun observing what's happening, or take sides and help either the sides.
Yeah, exactly. And just one mention here that those car chases situations are fully systemic, fully AI driven. Nothing is scripted, and they also would happen quite a lot if you would focus and maybe just observe and or take part in them. But there are some cool moments with this as well. Like, for example, I believe I watched your playthrough recently that there was a situation in which
it's not released yet.
Caused a gang member to be chased by police, like on purpose, kind of, or I'm not sure.
I was trying to get away from the police, and it was in Dogtown, which is quite crowded, and I was trying to find a spot to lose the police. And it so happened that the only corner I could find was like very close to a very small like gang. Nothing major. They were just, you know, hanging out, doing their daily stuff. And I was hiding them, and
Daily
basically they
gangs.
didn't have any beef with me, so they basically didn't care that I was around. But it turned out that when the police came to basically investigate the last place they saw me, it turned out that they didn't really like each other. They started fighting, and I basically would just walk away and, you know, enjoy the fight because they didn't care anymore, because they were basically fighting for their lives. And that's how I got away.
Fetched popcorn. And
Yeah,
started
Okay,
watching.
that's new. That's actually interesting what they've done,
also a strategy.
because up until now,
Definitely.
Crazy drivers.
the police
obviously,
just appeared
there's
out of
also
nowhere.
a
They shoot
similar
you when
role
you
of the
shoot
car-
something. They were
car
not chasing you
system,
after. You could
combat, but also
hide them.
car,
This is like
cars
really
that are
good.
driving and stuff like this.
Very
So-
interesting
so
to
if
see
you
how
shoot
this will
out
play
fire
out.
Someone, they will also, try to like maybe panic a little bit.
Hello,
try to
Chill.
steer it,
Welcome to the stream.
similar to-
We're watching this
Also, if you use quick
the
hacks
red
on
stream
them,
here,
They also don't know how to react. They
and
just
hoping
crash into
the
things
update is
because
going to
of
be
this.
out, so we can try it.
It looks super natural.
Oh, come on.
And it creates those amazing, you know, emergent gameplay moments that you can enjoy.
Nice. Okay, so it's gonna be super interesting seeing our players wreak havoc
Oh
in
yes,
Night City.
Waiting for those videos.
Yeah.
Really waiting for it.
Cool, guys. So thank you so much. Before we go into the next segment, let's sum up very quickly. So we're gonna have new
I beat the game.
activities in the open world.
Me too, man. When it came
airdrops
out.
in Phantom Liberty.
I'm looking
We
looking
combat
forward
AI,
on actually
and
seeing
also we're
the
gonna
update
have
though.
weaker
Gonna start a
enemies,
new
we're gonna have
playthrough after.
stronger elites. There's also been some
Did you enjoy
changes
it?
to both Netrunner playstyles for NPCs, but also for the stealth loop for the player. And we are gonna see some crazy drivers in Night City.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that's
All
cool.
right. So during the last stream, we touched upon some of the builds. We actually showed to our players the solo build with Gabe.
I bought it
but
on
I would like us
sale,
to talk about the net running. We already touched
after they
upon the
patched
net
it, and
running
yeah.
a bit earlier.
That's cool.
But what can actually our players expect in terms?
I
of
played it on launch.
So first and foremost, the biggest change in net running, and we really
And I
focus on
tried
this
the
one,
patches as
is
well.
The fact that the intelligence perk tree is from now on fully self-synergized, and you are really able to dive deeply into the playstyle of a Netrunner and really play with this fantasy. And the main thing that changed there is the fact that we moved smart weapons to the intelligence perk 3+, some other perks that will allow you to actively regain your RAM. So from now on, you don't really have to wait for it to regenerate. You can actually, upload some quick hacks on enemies, switch to your smart rifle.
Wow.
Regain those,
They actually make it made it broken again.
And then once you have your RAM back, you start hacking again, and it is more of a you have more choice to actively
very cool.
regain it.
But there's still the passive regeneration of RAM.
What's for dinner?
Definitely still passive regeneration.
Hopefully the new update.
It's really much more about like the flow, the rhythm
We will see.
of how you quick hack and how you regain it.
I'm literally watching it and waiting here, hitting the update and waiting for the update to come. So the dinner is going to be the new playthrough.
There are still plenty of options to like do it passively, and like there's always
tracing your location. See, the Netrunner is actually looking for the player now.
Be there
This is good.
If you think that something is missing from your build, Cyberpunk will probably like handle it and help you out. And this is it's a very nice, like, pleasant change, because it's nothing obligatory. If you enjoy like this active gameplay where you can regain this stuff, you can definitely do it. It's very
I gotta say,
rewarding.
I have respect
But if
about
you
the fact that they are
for this to work behind
fixing so many things and changing so many things about the game. Good for them.
Plus, in general, we added some really cool perks and stuff for Netrunner. For example, there's this overclock perk that basically allows you. How it works is, once you if you have this perk, once you run out of RAM, you are able to use your health pool to be able to use it as a resource to throw hacks.
Yeah, the Netrunner build looks so good.
Drastically changes how you play. You use your health pool, so maybe you want to think of Cyberware to give you this armor to be able to maybe survive as well. It's also important.
It's a super cool perk, because it allows the player to basically think about his character not only moment to moment,
that's a new laureate. You can remote control a vehicle. That's cool.
Am I putting myself
That's
into
really
a
cool.
too vulnerable position? But also on this like a macro level, that okay, I love this perk, I love to using it as much as possible, so now I want to have cyberware that basically protects me when it happens, and there will be like plenty of different types of cyberware and ways for you to build your character from the cyber perspective around
99.
this one particular perk, but there are like tons of other examples like this.
Exactly. From Intelligence 3 in general, we also added some really cool stuff. For example, the copy-paste ability, which is something super exciting. Like it's maybe a little bit OP in some situations, because how it works is the
perfectly balanced.
Yeah. How it works is if the enemy Netrunner is trying to upload some hack on you, you can upload some hack on him, and the hack you chose will spread among the whole group of enemies. And I will just throw it out there. There is a suicide hack, so there are some situations in which it could be a little bit OP, but we are fine with it, I guess.
You know what to do, guys.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's really good that they have done this.
You mentioned some of the quick hacks, but what else can we do with them? Like, can we do like a queue or combos?
Yes. In general, from Netrunner, we also worked on the queue functionality. The way it works, maybe we'll quickly catch up with how it works. Basically, you need to be a Netrunner, you need a cyber deck, plus you need a perk, a specific perk from Intelligence perk 3 unlock to be able to throw two hacks on quick hacks. And in the base version of this perk, you are able to queue 2 hacks on one enemy that will happen consequently on one enemy. You are able to modify it to allow you to throw up to 4 with perk progression as well. The way it works is, obviously, as you might expect, they will happen once you queue 2 hacks on one enemy. They will happen right after one consecutively, but also the upload time of them will be reduced to differ from a situation in which you upload one, waited, and uploaded the second one.
Okay.
So this is the first gain from it.
So they're gonna only showcase the Netrunner build?
You may have like your favorite quick hacks.
Hope not.
You already have it like all figured out. but now suddenly the addition of the queue makes you think differently about the quick hacks.
Yeah.
Maybe something that you were not using before, now because it's being able to be uploaded so much quicker, it's a completely different story. So you think about what type of cyber deck do I bring to a fight, what types of program do I bring to a fight, and it allows you to like experiment more and more with it. Two quick hacks queue is one thing.
Damn, you got 350 hours in the game. Wild. Yeah, I do. Sorry, I didn't see that, Fuzzy. I do. I've played this extensively when it came out.
It's gonna take a lot of like skill to fully, the skill cap basically is super high for it, and but the reward is also amazing. Like once you get the feel for it, you're basically a god. But not because the damage is just high.
But I haven't
or
touched
the
it since
effects are so high,
since then.
but because you
Haven't
did
touched it.
You were the one that were combining those skills in proper
So it's been
order,
like 3
using
years
those
now.
hacks at the right time,
I've played
using
like
the
2
proper cyberware
playthroughs
and perks to accommodate for all of this.
to check different, see the differences. I did every single quest available on the main character the first character that I played, and then I didn't dive in again.
Quick hacks in a queue in many more ways. Basically, as we mentioned, queuing
Because it
quick
felt
hacks on
empty.
enemy, as Philip said,
to me.
allows you also to maybe mix them up in more variant ways. There are combat and non-combat combinations that will allow you to have boosts to the stats that they gain to the enemy, reduce the upload time even more. And with this specific cyber deck, there's the combinations that you will be able to maybe sandwich combat hack in between two non-combat hacks, stuff like this. It will gain you much more bonuses.
Have you played this, Fuzzy?
Generally allow you to really find your Netrunner playstyle way more.
Yeah, it's you can be much more precise with how you wanna, what kind of Netrunner you wanna be.
All right, so we know what we can do to our enemies, but what can we do to cars?
Okay, so cars since 2.0 can be quick hacked as well. There are multiple. I don't know how many. I think 4 or 5 quick hacks are available. They become available to the player with the rarity of the cyber deck they use, and they're awesome. Like this is one of the coolest things when it comes to like the emergent gameplay that's happening in the city, and like what kind of fun you can have, outside of encounters.
No, the updates so far look and sound very good.
Stopping police, exploding cars using remote control, just forcing them to speed up, and then you can force them to speed up while you take the off ramp from the highway, for instance. And there are like plenty of those like little things that you can do that basically not only are powerful on its own, but they create those unique, unpredictable situations that are fun. A lot of explosions.
Yes, a lot of explosions, a lot of driving. Like I love the remote driving. It's coming back to my memories from childhood. But to be able to do it, basically, what you need is obviously a cyber deck.
How about car customization, though?
There's a certain perk that
are they going to add it?
Quick hack cars.
It's very early on, so
yes.
It's nothing like you can get it almost right away.
Yeah.
Awesome. I mean, I can't wait to play a Netrunner myself. Maybe I will finally give it a proper go.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna respec into a Netrunner.
All right, so thank you guys very much for clarifying what we can expect in terms of net running as a player. So now, before we go to another segment, let's sum up quickly what we just talked about. So, we have the new queuing quick hack system. We can do amazing combinations with them. We have overclock skill to, even boost this gameplay. And you can hack vehicles and you can do whatever you want with them. Like you heard the guys, so just give it a go.
Yes,
absolutely.
Crazy combos.
Yeah, that sounds good.
All right, so next up we have one of the biggest changes, I think, coming with update 2.0, which is cyberware. I know we've changed a lot when it comes to cyberware. So maybe let's start with why did you even decided to change how cyberware works?
Sure. There were a couple of reasons. I think the first one was that we are thinking about cyberware as part of your build. in a game like Cyberpunk, Night City, your skills and your character is just as important as the gear that you're having. It's a brutal world where this is just the brutal truth, and we wanted the cyberware to feel like this. It's basically something that is taking care of you behind the scenes. We were thinking about when we were designing the cyberware. We knew from the very get-go that we wanted the cyberware to support whatever playstyle you want to pick from the perks. Either pick the cyberware that basically brings this particular playstyle over the top, allowing to do crazy things, or if you feel that your particular build is missing something, cyberware is probably there to handle this problem for you. On top of it, there was this very important reason of argument for style over substance. It was absolutely crucial for us that we wanted for the players to not have to make this kind of difficult choice. Do I want to look like this, or do I want to have the best stats? Yeah. No, currently stats are in the cyberware, clothes are for
good.
Your
That's a very good change.
To feel however you want to feel. Sure, there are a couple of stats here and there for clothes, but they are not for the RPG sake, like power level of your character. But they're more even to like even more enhance this immersion and underlying the fact that they're just clothes. So you will see things that, for instance, Kevlar vests still have some kind of armor on it. But if you go and compare the Kevlar vest to like any basic cyberware you have, you know that basically you don't need Kevlar vest to be a tough guy in this world.
Yes, plus, we wanted this.
That's a very good change.
On what is the world of Cyberpunk in general. Look at even the anime that is there already for quite some time, or even our characters in the game itself. Look at the Kurt Hansen character. He's like a tough motherfucker. He is the dog of Dogtown. You'd probably expect him to sit inside of his apartment, trying scared for his life. But no, he's out there. He doesn't wear a Kevlar vest.
Tank top rather.
Yeah, he wears a tank top, and in this world, why is that? Yes, because at this high leaks, people gain those stats from Chrome, and we wanted this fantasy to also be
the update is not released yet.
As Philip said to you, we really saw your fashion crimes, guys. You no longer have to
We're gonna release it by the end of the stream
of the clothing that will give you some of the stats. But that being said, as Philip mentioned, there are still some stats if you really want to min-max your character and have every piece of armor you can get.
Every little
edge. Or, for example, there is a Netrunner headpiece that will give you some of the quick hack time upload speed reduction. But those are minor stuff. But if you want to min-max, you can still do it. And we have transmog in the game still, so you are able to have those stats on you, but look.
Still
decent.
Look good.
Yes.
Absolutely. And have different like sets of how you.
Yeah, the transmog came with one of the updates,
so
and it was very welcome.
A lot of changes to cyberware. If I am a player coming back to the game with my existing save in update 2.0, what does it mean to me? Will the game tell me how it works? Explain it?
Yeah. So basically, one thing that you can expect is as you go back to the game with your save. You'll get a quest you'll be called by Victor to visit his shop, and there will be a tutorial explaining all the new mechanics. We have a completely new cyberware panel where you'll be able to see the cyberware capacity. We'll probably be talking about this later. Armor and explaining where's what and how it works.
Awesome. So there's gonna be a short quest to explain that. But yes, speaking of capacity, because that's very tightly connected to our cyberware. It depends on you have the limit of capacity, and on it depends how much cyberware you can wear. But what would happen if
that is a good update that they did?
Too much cyberware. Can I go over this capacity? And also
they actually added the option to become cybercycle. This is crazy good.
Allow you to exceed this limit.
Oh, there it is.
Unless there is one
on the left side
situation in which you can unlock a Edge Runner perk that will allow you to exceed this capacity by 50 points by the cost of the max health of your character. And with this perk, it's actually another example of our role playing and playing with the fantasy of the world, because you just exceeded your cyberware. Now you have you are over the limit, and with this perk, there's this fury state that you can enter during combat and in general in the game, that will give you some of the damage and crit chance boost.
That's really cool, man.
It's something that
That's
you wanted
really
to also
cool.
play with the fact that you decided to change something to your character, and there is this state that
Yeah, we're definitely
you still
playing
control
this.
your character fully.
Definitely.
It's not cyberpsychosis, but it's maybe something that you can think of in similar ways.
You can act like a cyber psycho.
Exactly, role play.
Yeah, I mean, if you saw Edge Runners, this is basically the David Martinez perk.
Yes,
Yeah.
even the icon.
Yes.
The downside for it is that your health is reduced at all times. But this only adds to this weight that there's a reason why there is a limit, because there's just so much your body can handle, and you cannot go over this limit. And this adds like more gravity and weight to every single choice that you make, because there's just so much to choose from, and it's up to you. What do you think you need the most, or what do you enjoy the most?
What happens if you exceed it?
To complement your build.
All right. So there are
Apparently
some
you
items
can't.
and some perks that also affect both our capacity for cyberware, but also some cyberware slots.
Yes. So we have like new items that we've added. It's actually one of my favorite items right now, because whenever it drops, I'm like I have like this huge grin on my face, because it can basically speed up my the time where I can get my new cyberware for like by one level or something like this. So there are items that drop that we call them cyberware capacity shards, I think, and they optimize your system so that essentially you can just basically get more cyberware. And we even have a cyberware dedicated just to increase your cyberware capacity.
That's so meta.
Which seems like crazy, but this cyberware is extremely powerful, and I can't wait for people to like try it out.
Exactly. There's this awesome perk. It's called, I believe, Cyber Connoisseur. Yeah, that even adds, if you unlock it, it even allows you to.
Yeah, we're doing this
between two stats while upgrading cyberware and stuff like this. It's all super good.
So you already told us about this cyberware that allows you to exceed the capacity. I mean, make it more. Anything else that you could spoil for our players? That's some new cyberware that is coming?
Like one of my favorites is that we added the cyberware for hands. It's not a smart link. It's not. It's a general cyberware that basically reduces the stamina cost while shooting. And with this cyberware, it's quite costly. But with this cyberware, you can reach basically like laser accuracy with most weapons. It's really amazing.
Okay.
Other than that, I don't know, a couple of other examples. We modify like biomonitor so that now it takes care of you. It's basically whenever you can heal and there's a need for you to heal, you're being damaged, it automatically uses your consumables, injector or inhaler, and it's super nice because you don't have to worry like about your health you have to worry about your health, but you don't have to worry about healing. You have the certainty that it will do this job for you. So if you're like in the midst of battle and you want to just focus on shooting down the enemies, you can, and the health, you don't have to be distracted by the health because the cyberware will basically be protecting you. And also cool because you don't have to it's going to work under the hood, meaning that you don't have to like cancel the shooting to have the animation of healing yourself, because it happens at the same time.
Nice. Okay, on the topic of cyberware, our community was actually wondering whether we would have different types of the same cyberware. So, for example, different types of mantis blades.
So yeah, this is still a thing. Different types of mantis blades would deal different types of damage. For example, electrical, chemical, and stuff like this. But from 2.0, we added way more to it. For example, there's different cyber decks that allow you rather not for specific.
I like the
attacks, but
Gorilla
rather,
Gloves personally.
Allow you to attune it to a specific play style you want to have. So there's cyber deck that will play very well with stealth net running, and there's a cyber deck that will allow you to have more of the monowire combat enhanced for
aggressive Sandevi stance, defensive Sandevi stance, which it's really like a theme with many things where particular cyberware or group of cyberware, they do a similar thing when it comes to like their functionality, but they do it so differently that it's really up to you which one do you prefer most. And it's even really cool to basically switch them up from time to time while still building your character, growing from your perks and everything, but just mix this thing up as you go, because maybe you feel more comfortable with your build, maybe you learned or mastered the, let's say, I don't know, dash or any other like wrecking ball, and maybe you can swap something for something else.
Exactly, we wanted you to, even if you already make a decision that I want to have this play style, okay, this decision is made, but I still have some options to choose from.
All right, so we're gonna have a lot of cyberware to choose from. How about players that don't want to get implants? Is it even a viable playstyle?
So
well, that's a
basically
good question.
The rule of thumb here is we do not penalize player from having cyber at any point in the game. There is no effect that you would have because you have cyberware. Plus, I would rather say that we encourage you to have the cyberware because maybe armor itself isn't the main reason here, because you probably can play without armor for at least for lower difficulties, and for
I think up to hard it's totally possible. It was actually one of the reasons why we also made the cyberware change, that players can like previously players always had this armor with them because they were just picking it up from the clothes as they were playing the game. So at all times you had some kind of armor. Right now we fully support no armor playstyle up to, I think, hard difficulty. On very hard it will be really challenging, I think.
Exactly.
But this is like connected to this question about the humanity. This is a very powerful decision in this world. You know, not installing the Chrome. This is like the reverse of everybody is doing, which makes this choice even so much more like meaningful. So I think it's totally possible. You don't have to install it, and you'll do fine. But you need to know that the game will be significantly much more difficult.
I also think that if someone wants to
Of
roleplay
course.
as the purist
That's to be expected.
it's already a little bit impossible because you have some of the cyberware by default in Cyberpunk anyway.
That's good that they are
right, so
doing
we
this.
have another question from the community. So we've heard about the new relic perks adding new features to the Mantis Blade, the monowire, and the PLS. But what does it do for guerrilla arms abusers like me?
Guerrilla arms abusers. I love this phrasing.
My kind of person.
So yeah, there's a lot for guerrilla arms abusers. In Relic Perk Tree, there's this really awesome perk that allows you to charge up your guerrilla arms while fighting with them. And once charged up, you are able to perform this really powerful one-punch attack that basically deals massive damage to the enemy you are punching, plus
shockwave.
Has this shockwave that staggers nearby enemies and maybe knock them out with progression of this perk later on. And if you happen to kill the enemy with it, you basically
you will.
you basically turn this person into Neil Armstrong, and you send him to the moon. He never comes back. But there's a lot more to it in Relic Perk Tree.
Actually, the whole Relic Tree is all about cyberware.
Yeah.
From every single section, it's a really cyberware-oriented
Man, I cannot wait to play it.
because it's related to the story. And
I really want to play it.
And she's doing the stuff through the Relic to basically enhance your.
They hyped me up. I'm not gonna lie.
It's very powerful.
They succeeded. Good job.
You can go either on the offensive side with it, or on the defensive side with the self
optical camo perk.
But the update is not up
favorite
yet.
One in Relic Perk Tree is about
Because I am watching.
analytics. It also plays
I'll show you.
this narration of connecting with cyberware, because technically
Still not up.
Kiroshi to have it, but you have Kiroshi in the game anyway. But the way it works, it's basically the system analyzes
No
the
updates.
for you and looks for some weak spots in the enemy, maybe broken cyber or something in the enemy itself, and it shows it on the UI on the HUD overlay of the game, which is basically those red squares that you will be able to shoot. And it doesn't only deal massive damage to the enemy, but it also explodes while you hit it.
Right.
I like how they explode.
They pinned it 10 minutes ago. The update 2.0 is coming out at 5 p.m. CST. So it comes out in 11 minutes. So after this stream, they're gonna... All right. We're playing the game then. That's fucking good, man. It's really good.
It changes the way you play the game.
Yes.
You have like this flow of like doing the headshots, trying to shoot them, and now the moment the vulnerability appears, you have to make this little decision. Okay, should I switch it up, change my aim for the bigger payoff, depending on where the enemy is, how far he is, how damaged he is, and it constantly keeps you engaged and like it's just very fun.
Yeah, it adds to even the choice of weapons, stuff like this. But it's awesome.
That sounds really good. So far, what I've heard sounds really good.
Maybe a little bit harder, but with.
But they haven't said anything about the story.
So it could work in basically almost any build.
Yeah. Yes.
So I'm not keeping my hopes up for an RPG narrative, which is fine, but it's my only beef. Outside of that, the game was very good, just buggy.
And yeah, so guys, you have new cyberware coming.
Yeah.
Some of the changes to cyberware, which, for example, one of them is the capacity. So make sure to check your limits, check your skills, check your perks. If you can go further than that, if you want, go for the Edge Runner perk and see what it does. And another bigger changes, the armor is now coming, not through cyberware. Well, through cyberware, sorry, not through the actual clothing.
Okay, so cyberware was a very big and very impactful topic, very visible in the game. But now let's talk about something less visible, but I think as important as that. So all of the balance changes and economy changes. So balance, we already talked a little bit about the changes to AI. Now maybe let's focus on economy. So I know that now we're gonna get a little bit less loot. There are some price changes. So can you talk a little bit more about the intent behind it?
That's good.
I think that
the bloated loot was bad. That's good.
We'll notice is that there's generally less loot on the level. Dropping from the enemies, and it was important for us so that player can like really focus, on the story and like not break this gameplay into two phases where you clear the encounter and then go around the encounter and you feel like the scavenger who's picking this stuff from all over the place.
Yeah, every time.
Yeah, and so the loot is more meaningful this time around. And
that's really good.
Are no longer dropping from enemies. We didn't like this from the fantasy point of view. You're supposed to be merc. You choose your loadouts, your gear, how you look in this world. It shouldn't be some random chance. Plus, it just didn't feel right, to be picking
That's
up
really good. But how do you get profit for what you do? Just rewards?
Blades or grenades and whatnot.
With holes inside.
Exactly. So that's a very nice change, in my opinion.
It is. It sounds like a nice change.
Coming back to the fact of being mercenary, you will notice that you get much more money from the rewards for doing the quest and the gigs and whatever fixers are
okay, so they are balancing out.
It wouldn't make sense to risk
this is really good
in this extremely brutal environment if you weren't
because the stash before this was like bloated
and weapons and other toys like cars, apartments, and
yes, exactly. Plus, you can
really
make
good.
it really tied to your specific character you want to be. Plus, vendors. One thing to mention here, they will also change up what they have in stock, so it's worth revisiting them from time to time.
I feel sorry for the GOG server.
We also worked on is how
in like 7 minutes it's gonna blow up.
Maybe vendor in city center would sell you more, sell over substance, golden weapons, and black market vendor would sell you illegal weapons, stuff like this. So that also plays along with this fantasy of deciding what is your gear, what is your clothing, who you are.
Wow, that's nice. So less loot, but I will be earning more eddies from gigs. That's pretty nice. So speaking of that, our community actually had a question about it. Like, how big will the new item loot pool be regarding weapons, cyberware, and mods?
Yeah, I think we shouldn't talk about numbers here, probably. Obviously,
give us a week.
Yeah,
Maybe
we
we
have
can
to count
count it.
them. Yeah, we have to count them. But I would say that let's answer
lot
this
of
in a way that
items.
we obviously added a lot of items to the game, especially to Phantom Liberty expansion. But listen, we literally took every item in the game that was already there, redesigned it, rethinked it. As I mentioned, there's no stone unturned, so we probably should, from gameplay perspective, answer that every item in the game is a new one. So countless.
There isn't a single cyberware which is the same. There isn't a single gun which is the same. Like all stats, all handling, grenades, inhalers, quick hacks, absolutely everything has been changed.
Wow, so basically all new loot pool for our
Plus
players.
a lot of new items that weren't in the game. Yeah.
Exactly. Obviously, let's clarify that that does not mean that all weapons will have new models, stuff like that.
No.
We're talking about gameplay
Gameplay.
perspective here. Yeah.
Okay, so while we are on the gameplay perspective, what about crafting and upgrading items? Because I know this is like a very hot topic within our community. Like, where did the crafting go? What's happening?
Sure. So crafting is still very much a thing. Actually, I would maybe even say it's more of a thing because it's not like tied to the tech tree, at least not directly. Meaning everybody can craft craft weapons or upgrade iconics or upgrade even cyberware. This is the new addition that we've added. In Tech Tree, there'll be perks that will make the upgrading process maybe simpler, easier, because you will have more components, you'll have more choices when it comes to upgrading. So what do you want to upgrade into, for instance, the cyberware? But as a baseline, everybody can do the upgrading and crafting. And it's just a matter of how do you want to, be involved in this loop. The cool part is that you'll be finding some extremely powerful recipes in the loot. So this will also probably play a factor whether you'll be engaging in this and how you'll be engaging in this.
Exactly. We didn't want to introduce this bottlenecks into the system, so we wanted every possible playstyle to have an option to use this super powerful tool, which is crafting and upgrading. I know, Alicia, you asked me previously, why did you change this?
Yeah, because I went into full tech tree just to be able to craft legendaries. My legendary Overwatch I love it.
You'll be able to do it still. You'll get your points back, and if you choose to go back to tech, there's there are some big payoffs at level 20. So I think
okay, I will check it out. Maybe Netrunner, maybe Techie. We'll see.
One thing to mention here is that components that you use in crafting and upgrading, they are not purchasable. You'll have to find them in loads. So guys, good luck in airdrops.
yeah. But this makes them so much more exciting, and you're happy when you get them. Also, the whole upgrading is streamlined so that you only.
I'm
need
happy
a
that they're
single
putting
type
the
of component
time in
to upgrade.
crafting,
It's like
but
a nice quality of life change for the.
I don't know. Just find crafting boring personally. In every game, not on this.
That we replace the old
It's me.
levels with new ones, right? Can we maybe explain a bit more?
With tiers. Yeah. So currently they're called tiers. Basically, every couple of levels, player will advance to a new tier. It doesn't happen it's not like a hard cutoff point where suddenly you are on the next tier. It's just the items from the next tier will become available, both from the loot, from enemies and chests, containers, etc., and also at vendors. With each new tier, new types of items are introduced. New weapons, new cyberware, quick hacks, and other things. So this is a big change, definitely. We changed it primarily to allow players to play with their weapons for as long as they want.
Okay.
Previously, weapons were scaling with each level. Their damage was scaling with each level. And players were, when they saw a new gun that had this green arrow, up arrow on it, they were often, just switching it up. And we didn't like how it was controlling the way you play instead of giving you the freedom to role-play your character. So if you really care about using pistols, like me, I really didn't like this moment when suddenly having a shotgun dropped makes me change it because it's just more powerful. I didn't. This fear of missing out was just too powerful.
Exactly, and this is also a theme in a lot of changes that we are talking about today. We looked at our systems and we found all the places that instead of introducing choice, we are deciding and respecting this choice and having an actual decision making left for the player. We felt like we are making this decision for them. So here, obviously, this is something that we really wanted to put emphasis on. But with those loot changes, with tier changes, that does not mean that weapons have, like the leveling up does not mean anything for the weapon system, because with higher levels, better weapons will be dropped from loot. So this is also something that will play along. Plus with loot, vendors will change their stock, for example. So it's worth revisiting different vendors in the Night City. We also
from time to time you'll see like the next tier loot in there, and if it like matches your playstyle, it's definitely something worth consider to get.
Yeah, you're ahead of a curve sometimes.
Yeah, I think that the biggest change is that player has this time, where he can really appreciate the weapon he's having, like have fun with it. Check it out and not worry that there is this next gun that will take this away from me. And it really completely changed the dynamic of how you're building your character and how much you can role play it. So this was, I think, the biggest one.
Awesome. And with upgrading, the gun can grow together with the player.
Yes, however, we are no longer upgrading guns themselves. You can upgrade iconics, but not the guns.
Okay.
Iconic weapons.
Iconic weapons, yeah, of course.
Okay, that's fine.
Well.
That's not a problem.
Okay, so I know we have some changes when it comes to the stamina. So what can you tell us about that?
So first and foremost, with stamina,
Well, the update is not out yet.
The biggest the thing we wanted to achieve here is give player ability to move around the Night City freely without being annoyed that the stamina is running out when you are sprinting, for example, from quest to quest. So those movement verbs no longer use stamina that is sprinting, jumping. Obviously, some of the movement verbs that are more combat related, like the crouch sprint we mentioned, or dashes, stuff like this, also will use stamina. But the general idea behind it is that the mobility of player is not being controlled by stamina resource.
So the update is live now on Steam, but not on GOG. That's not surprising now, is it?
Shooting the gun will drain the stamina resource. But a very important message we would like to put here is that it does not mean that we are introducing this recoil mechanic to the game. It does not mean that the weapon handling will be worse. It's the opposite. This recoil mechanic was already in the game. It was behind the curtain. We were controlling it fully, but again, as with a lot of changes that we did,
you could feel it somehow, through how the weapon behaves, how the reticle is shaping up, etc. But it was very obscured.
Exactly, it differed from weapon to weapon, but as with many changes that we are discussing today, we wanted to take away this decision from us and give it to the player. So stamina resource is a perfect way to do it. We decided that from now on, this behind the scenes system will be controllable by player, and by adding it to the stamina, by combining it with stamina resource, we were able to put a lot of decisions for the player. You are now able to modify how your stamina is behaving with perks, with the different abilities, cyberware, modifications on weapons, a lot of stuff.
And even like just watching your stamina as you should, and like comparing the behavior of the weapon, the aim that you can get, on high level of stamina versus no stamina,
well, the update is not up.
And then different weapons use stamina also differently, which allowed us for the weapons to be much more, how
Come
say,
on,
like,
GOG,
farther
do it.
apart, more unique and have their own
Unbelievable.
characteristic. They had the characteristic. Don't get me wrong. Previously, we're just doubling down on this.
Like I choose to buy through GOG to support the company for the game.
funding from the player perspective rather than accepting it. Yeah.
Like that more directly, and I'm being punished but not getting the
you can expect what happens because
download.
by the way stamina works as you should.
Come on.
You see the difference. Like
You can do it.
it's really
I believe in you.
noticeable, especially for certain weapons.
You can
which
do
is
it.
also cool because if this is not something for you, which where you enjoy those very accurate weapons like sniper rifles or pistols, there are definitely weapons which are like softer on the stamina and you know it's like their theme.
Yeah, plus it plays along really well with what Phil
It's
was
30
speaking
gigabytes.
before,
Wow.
which is the tiers
It's
system.
crazy, apparently,
Because
from what I read.
Because of the tier system got reworked, you are able to stick with one weapon for a bit longer now. That means one of the things you will notice
Still
a lot
not
is
up.
that you will be able to actually play around with this
Look, I'll show
recoil
you.
and stamina system and maybe find a weapon that actually suits
Checking for updates.
how fun it is to shoot, how fun it is to play with
Come
it,
on.
rather than what's the damage on
Yeah,
the
No
also
update.
like the distance, you know, that depending on what distance you're playing, you know, it also
Wait.
is a big factor.
We wait.
How you look at those things. And one important thing to add, probably we should have told about it earlier, is that weapon tooltips, where you will no longer see this big DPS number that was pretty much defining the weapon as it is.
Arrow up or down.
Yes,
Exactly.
but instead you'll see a set of like bars about like the damage of the weapon, like single damage of the weapon, rate of fire, handling, and some other stats.
Distance.
And you should be basically looking at it, and this will give you some glimpse of what to expect from the weapon, whether it fits. But then you should just try it out and see if it's your thing or not.
Yeah, that's a lot of changes. I mean, that's why I've been going into crafting, because I could keep my weapons for longer.
Exactly.
So I'm happy that it's now available for all players.
GOG is updating.
This is basically what we wanted to
Let's
achieve
see.
on the global level without the need to
It is.
maintain your
GG.
weapon with a crafting. It's still a
Good
thing,
job.
definitely. So for those of you
Good
who
job.
have your beloved iconic, you'll be definitely be able to like maintain it and master it.
Okay, moving on to other types of weapons, we haven't really touched upon the smart weapons. I know that they are now connected with the intelligence attributes. So what else can you tell us about that?
So with smart weapons, yeah, this is another awesome change. I
One of my
really
favorites.
love, one
All
of my
right.
favorites in terms of.
There we
weapons.
go.
The
update
what
is
we
out.
Changed is how the target locking works.
I'm
with
downloading.
smart
If the
weapons. That's
stream
really
lags,
what
let me
we
know.
focused on. And
Just be
in
patient.
terms of smart weapons,
I'm not going
the
to
way
play
it
any
used to
game
work,
until
when
the
you
update
were,
is done
aiming
anyway.
with your smart weapon, a lot of targets
So hopefully
on one
the
singular enemy were chosen.
Stream will be
and
fine.
While shooting, the bullets went to those targets. And currently, it's.
But let me know if it spazzes
worked
out.
In a way that first of all, there is we added a time
lock on time.
Lock on time, so it's not instantaneous. And I'll touch on that in a second. But second big thing we added is that from now on, the target on singular enemy that is chosen by smart weapon is just one singular target. So if you are shooting from hip, it will be usually torso. But if you are ADSing, this will usually be either. But basically, it will be the best possible spot on enemy's body to shoot it. It could be a head, but with vulnerability analytics, it could be this weak spot on the enemy, or maybe there's something more to it. There's some I don't know, broken cyber inside of the enemy, or something that will be chosen with the smart weapon for you. And as I said, we added this locking time to it, and this allows us to add a lot of synergies between perks
and
depth to like player choice. Player progression of smart weapon play style rather than singular smart weapon,
and even like choosing which smart weapon you want to use, because the differences between smart weapons are like they've never been as big as right now. They vary in like the shape and the size of the reticle, so how easy it is to lock target, to get it into your frame, but also like the distance, the speed of how quickly they are locking on the target. So again, even though smart weapons are in the intelligence tree and they fully synergizes with the Netrunner playstyle, you can totally use smart weapons as like the fast reflexes character who is like zooming around the battlefield, doing a lot of 180s, very
Yeah, that's
very
you,
agile
Fuzzy.
manner, and like pick a smart weapon that basically can catch up with you while you're doing all of
The
this
bunny.
cool stuff. Versus, for instance, if you're a body character, which is like slower but sturdier, maybe then a different set of smart weapons could be a thing for you, and it's like totally, you know, supported.
Yeah, basically.
That's really good that they added so much variety to
smart
weaponry.
weapons, require less aiming skills, and maybe to be more efficient with them, you actually have to spend a little bit more time planning ahead what I will we do with this weapon. So it plays along with this fantasy of who would use this smart weapon. Probably a person that actually sits down, opens perks, reads descriptions, plans out modifications, stuff like this. So basically, we made smart weapons actually smart.
Yeah, but that for sure. Talking about the being smarter, you can now, for instance, lock onto a target while actually losing the line of sight. So you can go around the corner and like still maintain shooting at them. And even though you don't see the character on your character, as long as it's locked, a smart weapon will find its target. And
That's called
really,
cheesing.
Amazing feeling, super powerful, like in the fantasy of a Netrunner, someone who can shoot your enemies from behind covers, behind corners.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, so really cool smart weapons, smarter weapons. How about another thing? How about ammo? I know that we have changed something in terms of ammunition for different types of weapons.
Mm-hmm. The main thing in ammunition, or rather one of the things we changed, is from now on SMGs will no longer will use, or rather SMGs will use pistol ammo. It seems like a small thing, but it has huge consequences for the player, because we were able to introduce this sub-tree in the reflexes perk tree that allows you to progress both SMGs and assault rifles.
Oh.
So the fact that SMGs
54
use different
gigabytes?
from now on
That's
than
crazy.
assault rifles, because rifles will use rifle ammo and SMGs will use pistol ammo, allowed us to introduce this type of a playstyle.
That's not good if it takes so long.
Two types of weapon, but they use different type of resource.
Let's hope
so
it's
while
not going to
shooting
take that
SMGs,
long.
I'm not running out of ammo for assault rifle that I have in my backpack, and I want to switch right away.
Be right back.
So in general, this is something that plays along with again with a lot of changes that we did. We put this decision from player that actually makes sense right now. And with ammo in general, it's way more generous from now on.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You have much more ammo available to you, and so it drops more often, but also you have like more capacity.
You can craft it as well.
Yeah, you could craft it, but you can still craft it. It's cheap and accessible, so there shouldn't be any problem with this. It's a funny thing with the ammo, because it really, the moment where it like struck us that okay, we need to increase the ammo capacity was when we were watching Gabe, our game director, playing the game, and he was like a huge fan of vehicle combat, and we were watching him, basically driving around the city and like wrecking mayhem with the encounters and police and whatnot, civilians everywhere. He was basically like full auto spraying all the time.
44 minutes
and getting
update.
out of ammo. And like, okay, yeah, we
That's
need to
nuts.
increase this.
That sounds like Gabe.
Yeah, it's very Gabe.
Quoting him, he likes to do that.
All right, so last but not least, I know our community already spotted that in our gameplay materials, but this is something that we've also wondered when we were playing the game. Changes to inhalers, grenades, injectors. What can we say about that?
Quite a lot.
Yeah, it's a big one, because it seems like a small change, but this is actually one of the first things that we did when we were switching to 2.0, because this is the thing that allowed us to basically took a completely different approach to balancing the game. Now, previously with
yeah, definitely. This is what's going to happen when this ends, because the game is not going to be downloaded. It's not going to be finished. I'm going to stop the stream, install update the graphics drivers, because it's actually asking for it, and I don't want to have a bug. And I'm going to restart the stream after the update and resume the download.
Button and heal yourself. It shouldn't be about this. Instead,
So it's going to take 5 minutes or something.
Tactics and thinking,
Hopefully.
you know, when to use it, but also be aware of the limit that you have. And since it's a charge-based system right now, at all times you know how much of the inhalers you have. You don't have to remember it, for instance. And on top of it, they've become much more powerful. So you won't be needing to like a couple of whiffs, you know, to top up, and allowed us to invest into it from the cyberware and perks alike. For people who like enjoy this and like want to have this backup, there's definitely a lot of stuff that you can play with, which even increases like the decision making on like when do I want to use it, because maybe it increases the recharge rate or how much I heal.
Exactly. Plus, maybe I'll repeat myself, but it is really important for us that, you know, the fact that you were able to actually have 600 inhalers in your backpack took away the decision of do I want to heal or not, because the answer was always yes. If I have an infinite amount of them from technical point of view at that point, why not heal? I can heal ahead. I can just, you know, learn to heal every 2 seconds, and this is my playstyle now. This is something that we really want to be a conscious decision that, hey, I need to take those two guys out, then focus on elite. Probably I'll have to hide out and heal myself.
Maybe that do the reload.
Yes, so like then I will have to wait for the recharge of my healing item, so I'll be able to hack, whatever. Stuff like this that actually have like conscious decisions during the combat were super important for us throughout all changes.
Yeah, and with this one, it's really hard to overestimate like the profoundness of this change, because it really allowed us to look differently at the balance of the game. And I really like it did so much good for the game in general, like where you wouldn't expect it, like for the boss fights, for those encounters. It was we were like the process of like balancing this took us like 9 or 10 months.
Jesus.
We really were very invested in this change, and we stand by it.
Plus, we wanted to actually something we mentioned before with AI, but we wanted to for different difficulty levels to be actually different, and this, you know, infinite healing ability was just removing many options from us. But from now on, you know, the healing in general is fully synergized with perks. You can fine tune it to however you want to play. Plus grenades, obviously, it's not only about healing, it's also grenades, because it changes up how many grenades you can throw, how fast they will recharge.
And every throw counts.
Every throw counts. Obviously, we probably should mention, as with a lot of things, we also reward grenades in general, stuff that, you know, maybe we touched on explosion ranges, on damage themselves of grenades themselves, but even we introduced a lot more synergies to different playstyles of using grenades with something else. Like for example, my favorite thing to do is you know, throwing a recon grenade into a group of enemies, switching to my smart rifle, and the locking time, because
it's instant.
Not instant, but it's almost way instant. Faster.
Yeah, it's like almost instant. It's super cool combo, and we have like a lot of things like this thanks to the charges we can. Every single of those items can be more powerful, but at the same time, you know, some people really enjoyed like the fact that they could like heal all the time. And still, with the proper perks, with the proper cyberware, you can get this feeling where, you know, this is always available to you. It's just a choice right now, rather than a baseline.
Yes. All right. Cool. So now let's go quickly over some changes to the UI that I know that a lot of our community will be excited for. First of all,
let's see.
the minimap. We already, a couple of patches ago,
please tell me they fixed the minimap.
Out when you go into the car or into the motorbike, but now we're adding even more changes, right?
Yes. So with minimap, the main thing we focused on is making it way more clear, decluttering it, making it consistent throughout the whole any situation, you know, be it combat or outside of combat. One of the things you'll notice right away is the cones on minimap. From now on, the moment you see a cone, it only means the fact that this enemy will react to you in some negative way, be it starting combat right when it spots you, or just reprimanding you. But the cone always means that this enemy will react to me somehow, or even we really focus on the police system and how cones actually mean that
They
you
should-
know, if I hide
They should
this
actually
corner there,
visualize what they're saying here,
how the vision of
so
the
people
police
can
will be
actually
there.
understand it.
Will they notice me? Will they
Yes.
not?
It's very clear right
Like, I'm
now.
assuming it's
when-
gonna be something
also
like this,
red
but
dot, for instance, red dot means this NPC character
they should have a graph
knows
running
about
or a
you, that
video.
They will be looking for you. They consider to be in combat with
But
you.
it sounds good.
And it's,
We will see.
consistent, like
Actually,
counter
very
in
excited
quest
about it.
Or in open world activity with prevention system and whatnot.
Okay, but on top of that, we also have that it zooms out gradually.
Yeah, then
Oh, there we
dynamically.
go.
So basically the minimap zoom out.
Ah,
is
about
dynamic,
time, man.
Adjust to your speed of your car. Also, with the when the prevention system is active, the zoom out is also different to show you like where the police is coming from. This is a very important change. It allowed us to be. To have a much deeper and more engaging gameplay loop in there. In general. And big kudos to our
That is
programmers,
an
because,
extremely
this was not an
welcome
easy
change.
change,
Good job,
because
boys.
we basically had to
Good job,
rewrite
boys
the
and
whole
girls.
scene
This is
with
very
the
good.
minimap. We didn't even know whether it's possible, but we just knew that it's super important.
He can
and
actually
we went for it and
make
it's
the
great.
NPC.
It's
Oh,
like a
that was
farm,
funny.
so big kudos
He can
to
actually
the
make the
programmers.
NPC car
We're
run.
changing it. I know that our
Oh
community
God,
will be
I can't wait to play it.
for that,
For sure, for sure.
And another thing that they're gonna appreciate for sure, because I know I appreciate that.
Oh, that's
is
the
the
cone.
change to phone UI.
From now on, we wanted basically player to be more in these shoes rather than opening the big overlay on the screen every time they want to access their weapon. So from now on, you have an option to see the phone in the HUD in the game instead of opening the whole overlay on the whole screen. Too.
Yeah, and I think there are like different tabs that unread is being shown at the very top. So it has a better feeling of an actual phone right now, in my opinion.
It's much more intuitive, and the flow is
Yeah.
just definitely much better. And it's nicer to look at as well.
Yeah, for sure. So that's also something that I know a lot of people were waiting for the new phone UI.
Yeah, you use it quite a lot in our game.
Yes. But you know,
They're not
we've
right.
been
A
talking
lot of
also
people
a lot
were complaining about the phone.
Cyberware, but the entire UI screen of Cyberware, both in the journal that you call, or also at the reproduct, that also changes. Can you talk about it, about different elements of that?
Yeah, sure. So basically the whole panel is new. The loadout is still there, but where the categories are, the paper doll in the middle is completely new. It's beautiful. Like when you zoom out on the specific categories, you see the cyberware that's being installed. It looks sick. It's really something to gaze upon. On top of it, you'll see that on the left-hand side, you have the cyberware capacity, which tells you basically where you are in terms of this resource. Each tooltip for the cyberware has also been changed. You'll be able to see dynamically when you install or when I swap out certain cyberware how much more capacity or less capacity it's gonna cost, because it's important, because sometimes you'll find yourself where you wanna uninstall like 3 or 4 cyberwares just to get this one particular one. And same goes for armor. So whenever you're installing cyberware with armor on it,
I'll see the patch notes.
where you will end up being. And you will also have information like what's the general defensiveness going to be.
Plus, we worked a lot on how the perk tree looks like in terms of UI, because it may sound like a small thing, but for us it's a huge topic of how logical the sub branches of the tree are. What are from now on you actually, when you spec into something, it will be reflected in the tree. I have this left branch of reflexes. It means something actually for you, for your character, for your play style.
With the perks, it's also important because you can plan your character much easier. From the get-go, you know where this is leading to. And you can get excited about this stuff or this stuff. You know that I care about this up to this point, and then I want to invest somewhere else actually. And as those like trees grow, it's really a cool thing. Seeing what's highlighted, what's not highlighted, and like just the shape of the tree tells you so much about who you are in this world. And it's a magnificent, amazing world by our UI designers.
I think speaking about the perk trees, we we can remind people that they can
30
reset their
minutes
attributes
left for the
once
download, by the way.
and perks anytime they want, and they can do it one by one, right?
Yes, but important thing to mention, you can only reset.
So we're gonna
attributes
get there.
once,
Yes.
even if you didn't have save before, we allow it for you to happen only once, and that maybe let's quickly talk about why we did this. From our perspective, as you probably heard today quite a few times, we wanted the decisions about your character, who you are in the game, your play style, to actually matter, and this has to be a conscious decision. So from our perspective, if you spec into specific attributes like body or whatever, it builds your character's identity, and we didn't want for our players to be able to change it because they earn some eddies and they can change who they are. It doesn't really work like this. You can do it once, but basically the attributes are something that really connects with the player with the character. So we wanted for it to be super conscious and important. But that being said, the perk themselves can be refunded at any point.
And you can do this one by one, which is a very cool change.
Yes.
We actually had this, for debug purposes for ourselves, and we just liked it so much that we decided to give it to players, because why not? And
Good.
You don't need to do the whole revamp to basically end up with the same build, except a couple of ones. You can, try it out. If you don't like it, check something else, and the flow is superb.
Yeah, awesome.
So you can actually
And also,
respec now. That's
reminder
good.
that we have this build planner, our online build planner. So if you are afraid to commit to some build in game, you can check it out on the website, build something for your character, and see if maybe it will work with the points, with the perks, etc. So feel free to check out the build planner.
For sure.
But also,
It's really
journal.
good.
There's
Journal.
a big change. I love it.
Yeah, with journal, I love the fact that from now on, you obviously that one of the things that I really anticipated, you can untracked quests. Yes.
Finally, you don't have to be reminded about going to Hanako every second.
But
She's so right
there's
about
a lot
this.
more to it. In general, we
Meet Hanako at the Embers.
It's much nicer.
It's much nicer, way
Much more cleaner.
Yeah. But there are some fun stuff to discover there. For example, when you look into a quest description, there are some contextual actions you can take. For example, read the text message that is connected
to the
this.
phone.
Yeah, some shards maybe that are there. Even the filtering of quests by distance or the time of update.
It's much more useful.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, distance is nice, so I know where should I go first, basically.
Yes. If you want to optimize it by distance, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. So pretty much that would be it when it comes to all the changes that we wanted to talk. But we have one more surprise for our community, which is the new mini game called Trauma Drama.
Okay.
So make sure that you find the right machine and you just check it out and see how it goes and see you on the leaderboard score.
I mean, you guys watch out because this is addicting.
Oh yeah, and it's a bit more difficult than the road one,
Yeah, a
at least
little
for
bit.
me. But yeah, it's very
More complex a little
Yeah.
bit.
I love
Oh,
the
look at
naming
this.
because we actually one of our gameplay teams is called the Trauma Team.
And there's a lot of drama. Total coincidence, though.
Yeah,
All right.
we did not suggest it.
Okay, so we can now move to the Q&A session.
That's cool.
Those will be
The
questions
game within the
from our
game.
community that they dropped them on our forums and Discord. So without further ado, let's go. So the first question, about designing the gameplay of our character by the skills and perks, will we be
That
able
looks
to
really
reach
cool.
more diverse
I'm gonna
gameplay?
play it.
Oh wow, this is a big one. Before we decided that we want to do the whole perk rework, one of the first things, we didn't have a single perk at that point yet. We knew that we wanted to at the end achieve at least one thing, that with the perks there won't be one go-to or two or three go-to builds. We recently released the new Night City Wire. We present three builds. Those are just three out of many builds. We wanted all the trees to be able to combine with each other, to find some kind of synergies between them. And I remember it was one of the most rewarding maybe times when around like 2 or 3 months ago we were, you know, before like locking things down, checking whether you know it's still there, you know. And I was worried that we didn't get it for like the body and cool combination, that it's not working, and maybe we can switch it up somehow. And it turned out that it's actually one of the most powerful builds we have in the game. I just didn't see the connection, you know, myself, but a couple of gameplay designers, you know, told me that, you know, it's extremely powerful. I won't be saying like what it is, not to, you know, this should be like the discovery for the player, but yeah, versatility is definitely there. You can go like all in into a particular tree, it's gonna be great. You can do like a combination of 2 or 3, it's gonna be great. Or you can even be like a jack of all trades and go into every single tier, every single tree, maybe not as deep, but you'll have answers to like all the situations, and you'll be an extremely versatile character. I think that even one of the coolest perks we have is not the big milestone, but there's this one secondary perk that allows you to get a +4 capacity points for each attribute above level 9.
Yeah.
And this is such a build enabler. So there are a lot of things where player can find themselves in those.
Plus with verbs,
25 minutes
player
left
can
for
use
the
that,
update, by the way.
alone. You know, you can throw bodies, deflect bullets,
Oh, yeah.
hack cars. You know, like there's stamina.
Dashes are super cool.
Yeah, there's
and
so
there are
much
dashes.
to it.
Are dashes.
Yeah.
Yes. It's that's also the thing that the builds are much more distinctive. They're much farther apart from each other, and you have a completely different playstyle depending on what you pick and how much you invest into it.
Okay, so
42% on the update.
connected to perks actually. Do we have to start a new game for the new perks, or will they be available to existing level 50 maxed out players?
They're all available to everybody.
Yeah, you'll have to reassign the points that you, because basically the moment you install 2.0, you'll have to go to your perk trees, and you will get the amount of attributes.
Can't wait to see it.
Points,
Can't wait to
what
see
you
it.
had before, and you'll have
It's
to
updating.
reassign it. So hopefully you are prepared with the build planner already.
Yeah, guys, if you know, if you start the game, you have to spend like, I don't know, an hour, 2 hours creating
It's just
your
like
build.
character customization all over again. Like,
Yes.
but from gameplay perspective.
But with this question, you know, I'd really like to also encourage people trying out the game from the get-go, because the leveling curve is totally different, and not only the speed at which you gain levels is different, but even much more importantly, how quickly you get access to those build-defining abilities, verbs, is also much shorter. So it's not like you'll have to wait long for getting the cool stuff. Absolutely not. And you'll constantly have something cool to look at.
That's really good.
To strive. Like, it's going to be
Yeah,
either
definitely
going to
make a new playthrough for
or
this.
the perks, or the combination of the two. And it's just all the encounters, even in the boss fights, they'll also play differently. So I really encourage you to play the game fresh. It's going to be a different game for you, because you'll be someone different, maybe more defined in the story as you're playing this. But obviously, I know that, you know, we have those players who love their characters. You know, they spend so many hours into those. Absolutely, we support, you know, just loading the save and having fun already at like the maximum level.
Okay. Will the relic perk skills cause any negative side effects to the player?
Simple answer is no. There are no perks in the relic tree that would have any negative effect. In general, with our perks and verbs, we tried not to introduce any penalty. We decided not to introduce any penalties for the player. There are small exceptions to this rule. For example, the Edge Runner perk that will make you introduce this decision. It can reduce your health if you decide to go into it, or the overclock mechanic that will use your health once you run out of RAM. But as you probably see, all of those situations are a conscious decision by player. There are no situations in which something.
What's the new level cap?
Passively.
That's what
They are always led by the decision.
Well, the level cap is going to increase with the expansion, not
again,
before.
Relic perk tree Phantom Liberty exclusive, so not yet there, but yes.
Okay. Okay, but connected to Relic Perk Tree, we actually have a question whether the perks from Relic Tree will be usable outside Dogtown.
Yes. So
Those are yours.
Those are yours. You have to be able to access Dogtown to use Relic Tree.
Suicide, it's so funny.
But once you have it, you can use it anywhere.
One misconception is that in order to level up your relic skill tree, you need to have access to those like data points in the in Dogtown, and this is slightly different mechanic or maybe it's just a different dynamic to how you level up. And we really encourage people to explore the environment, find those spots. They're a little bit hidden, but at the same time they are luring you in a way. I don't want to spoil anything. In order to progress, you need to be in
20 minutes left for the download.
Use them whenever you
but luckily, after my last
51%.
I noticed that I actually missed some of those, and after
We're halfway there.
Already discovered them and miss it just like I did. They are on minimap. They are visible on minimap,
okay,
so you can come back to them.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it.
Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so the next question. Will we be able to use those new melee finishers while sneaking up on an enemy?
So this one is a little bit tricky to answer because, first of all, those finishers work only if the enemy is already on low health. So technically, there are some situations in which you can probably damage enemies to low health, run away, wait for them to de-spot you, and try to use, for example, some stealth abilities like optical camo, go in and try to perform a finisher.
Reset the fight and go in again. But probably it's not like the most efficient way to play the game.
Probably not.
No, that doesn't sound fun, yeah.
Difficulties, they will just heal.
Yeah.
But there are more better ways to do it. Like for example, the ninjutsu perk, which allows you to crouch sprint to an enemy, grab him, and finish him like this. Plus with finisher, I think we didn't mention is. You are now able to use those finishes on throwable knives plus monowire. Yeah, and throwing knives, we kind of skipped it in this discussion, but really
due to lack of time. But check it out.
Check it out. They have their own.
So what do you think of it? How about we looked some Elden Ring lore? We're taking a breathing from Elden Ring. Enough Elden Ring. We've been playing it for too long. I really like the update so far,
Okay, so now we're
but
moving
I
on to
cannot wait to play it. I'm gonna start a new playthrough. I'm gonna go through. Have you seen this game? Have you played this game, K5?
Combat with my, or should I pick something bigger?
Definitely. This couldn't be. Actually, it's super realistic because it's all physics based. If you have a car which is sturdy with small windows, you will be. It's going to be very difficult for the enemies to shoot you. If you're driving in a small car, like the opposite. If the door pops off. Suddenly you become more vulnerable, but not in general, but only if the enemies are from that side. So this is very natural. I love this actually, even though I have to at first I was against it, but then I played it and it's the best. Exactly. So you have those little decisions. How do I position myself against enemies using this? And there's just so much to it, like the weaponized guns. Whether you pick
Well, the update looks very good of the game so far.
It's a completely different story.
Plus guns,
Sounds very good, looks very good. Let's see how it feels when I'm able to play it, which will be in 15 minutes, 16 minutes or something. So we're getting there. Haven't played it, but I have seen the anime bit. That's good.
And those topics, huge kudos.
Now you're gonna see the gameplay.
Like North America plus Europe work together.
Because we're starting brand new, fresh account, a fresh character.
This is a different game in terms of cars.
Handling of cars is completely different. I think every single car was touched.
One thing I'll quickly mention here is that it also matters what type of vehicle your enemies use.
I'm just gonna the moment because it's downloading. It's downloading. The moment it's done, I'm gonna stop the stream to update the graphics drivers because they're saying we should.
so you need to learn.
So I'm gonna do one reboot
If you do, and you are
for the graphics drivers, and I'm gonna start a new stream literally on top. So 5 minutes tops. It's gonna be the break. Hello, Andre. No Fallout. It is literally right now. We're waiting for this bar to get filled, which is the update for Cyberpunk. And once that happens, I'm gonna end the stream for 5 minutes, update the graphics drivers because they actually issued a new update, and restart the new stream in a new playthrough of Cyberpunk. So 5 minutes break when the update is done.
On motorcycles, but on motorcycles there's way more
Literally waiting on the update.
Melee combat too.
It was like 55 gigabytes update for the GOG client, which is nuts.
On a motor that you just drive to
I've heard.
enemies, slice them up. Damage of the katana, for example.
I was wondering what is the game that that we're playing. I started with Fallout today. I played Fallout up until 1 hour and a half ago, and then I started watching this, which is the development stream where they're talking about the changes for Cyberpunk. While I was, and I started downloading, the moment it became available, I started downloading the game so to play the game. I really want to see the changes on Cyberpunk. I have 350 hours in the game. I enjoyed when it came out, and I want to see it again how it is. And if it's any good, we're going to play the expansion as well.
I have the next question. Can you just play expansion quest without playing through the main quest line like in The Witcher?
Yes.
Like standalone expansion.
Yes, we leave this choice. It's similar to Witcher. You can either play from base game.
Have you played this, Andre?
Liberty expansion, or you.
I'm assuming not.
If you decide to, you can play right away from Phantom Liberty. We just simulate the base game for you. The choices that lead to the Act 2 in Pacifica. After you meet with Placide, after you meet with Brigitte and Alt, then Phantom Liberty.
13 minutes left on the update, by the way.
15, you will have a
yeah.
quite versatile
Why you bully?
build.
What bully? What did I do?
Specific. It should like fit everybody. But it's
What did I do?
playable.
You know my
don't have to,
potato
like,
can play
look
only
at the perks,
Tetris.
Immediately. You
No
can
way,
play around,
man.
see what
Nah,
works for
that's
you, what
not
doesn't.
true.
You can invest from this build farther down the line, or just switch it up to whatever you want at any point.
All right. So the next question. In
Oh,
new
you're
trailer,
right.
Some of the guns say illegal.
I'm
on
sorry,
top of
man, I
them.
forgot.
What does it mean?
They are not legal. That's
Shut up, I totally forgot, man.
No, but
so illegal weapons are basically
Can't even play Elden Ring. You can't even play Tarkov, right?
Like from regular manufacturers that were modified.
Don't worry, I'll play it for you. You're gonna watch it.
In Dogtown, by the in this
12
gray
minutes
area.
left.
So you don't really know what's.
Can't
what's
wait
in
to
there.
watch it.
They're more dangerous. They are more like extreme versions.
How
of
was your
the,
day?
Of the normal,
Did you have a good day?
So they have like bigger payoffs, but also like bigger disadvantages. Whether it is.
I mean, define
it is
play
about, like,
Tarkov.
handling
True,
or the
true,
reload, or
true.
Or the,
I'll take it back,
effective
brother.
range.
You're right.
All of those things can.
I can't
change,
wait for you to
but
get
the
a
guns
new
are, like,
PC so we
more
can play
prominent
together.
when it comes to their own.
As long as I
style
don't
and
shoot
character.
anything, I'm okay for
The cool
20,
part
25
about
FPS.
it is that you have like plenty of options
Up
in
until
your
a week
character
ago,
progression
I
to
felt your
mitigate a
pain
lot of those,
immensely.
downsides.
I know how you feel, brother.
Effectively,
So I'm
reducing
not gonna
the-
give you
the-
shit.
The negative side while still maintaining all the.
Yeah, I know that you can't wait. We will play. We will play.
Plus in Dogtown and
We will.
Burgess uses them as well.
We will play.
Yes. Burgess uses them as well. They are quite mean people. And
Yeah.
they will
Definitely.
use illegal weapons, definitely.
All right, so the last question for you guys, and it's like more of a personal question. Do you have any fun moments to share from the development on Phantom Liberty? Something that made you laugh?
Oh. Making games in general is fun, so
Oh, yeah.
it's hard. But I think I have one. It happened some time ago already, and maybe I will not go into like the technical specifics of it, but there was a moment in I'm sure you remember this, Philip, as well. There was a moment.
Well,
in
day was
which,
good, a bit of work, a bit of play. Just got home and jumped on the stream. What about you? I'm very good. I had fun with Fallout, getting lost and feel helpless. And I'm actually enjoying the changes that I've been watching here on this stream. I'm enjoying what they've done in Cyberpunk, and I'm really excited to actually play it.
But the way it happened
Which,
is that
again,
improper appearances got switched to...
It's 10 minutes away. 10 minutes away.
So for like a week, we were able to drive chickens. We were shooting from chickens sometimes.
And there were a lot of chickens on the street.
Yeah, yes. There was one specific scene that I saw with Old that had a chicken in it that I will probably remember for the rest of my life, and it scarred me. But yeah, happily, obviously, this was only development.
Was Old chicken?
No, unfortunately not. And I would prefer for Old to be a chicken in this particular scene, but unfortunately she wasn't. And obviously it was only for development, and it lasted for like a week.
For me, it's going to be a boring answer because I don't recall anything like this, like a specific situation, because it was like work a lot. Like this was really intense time. Maybe the most fun I remember is after all of those risks that we took, because it was basically like an all-in situation. I don't think we could have gone like more extreme into the amount of changes we did. So seeing this all come together and like actually playing it and getting the feeling that we were aiming for, this was the definitely like the rewarding and fun part, and just playing the game once it was already in shape.
Can't believe the update was 55 gigabytes.
Maybe not so fun,
That's insane.
Making games is fun.
Absolutely. But they changed the game a lot.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. So this is all of the questions that we had for you today, and all of the topics that we've already talked about. So
let's hope we don't have bugs.
Airdrops in Phantom Liberty. We have Combat AI, which is reworked, and it's super cool. We have
well, they almost completely changed the game. Yeah, exactly.
When it comes
they
to
did.
NPCs,
they changed a lot of things.
The net running is amazing now. Of course, it's been cool before. Then we have changes to the economy and to the balance. So you won't be dropping and picking up a lot of loot. Euro dollars now have more meaning. We have tiers instead of rarity for our items.
Euro dollars. I really like that they put Euro dollars.
Vehicle combat,
vehicle combat,
police. Yeah.
Yes.
From day one, of course, that was in the game.
That's a lot, and I hope you guys will be able to check it out. So right now you probably are either downloading update 2.0 or already playing. So if you are playing, hope you enjoy it. If you haven't downloaded it yet and you're playing on PC, it would be good if you uninstall your mods, because they can, not work well with the new update, and wait a few days or weeks until the modding community can upgrade them.
All right.
And yeah, hope you enjoy it. In a few days, on September 26th, you will be able to play Phantom Liberty on PC, Xbox, Series S and X, and PlayStation 5. And if you are curious about the sizes of the update, Amelia, could you share those?
Yes, of course. So for PlayStation 5, we're looking into 33 gigabytes. For Xbox, 38 roughly, and for PC, 24.
Thank you so much.
Why did I have 55?
Yeah, so as you guys probably remember, last time we teased the surprise for the content creators, which was Support a Streamer program, but now we actually have something for you. So be on lookout for Twitch drops that will be starting once Phantom Liberty is out. The website with all the details will be also revealed very soon, so just stay tuned for the details and jump on Twitch to actually get those items, because these are really cool. I almost swear there.
Yeah. I already used the swearing ticket, I think.
Yes, one per stream.
One per stream, yeah.
Sorry.
It's all right.
It fits.
It fits, yes. Do you guys have any last words to our community before we wrap up?
I guess thank you.
6 minutes for the update.
Changes,
Almost there.
maybe not. Rather, we know what type of things you really love, and we put a lot of emphasis of making those a little bit more awesome. But in general, we see your support, and it means a lot to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Thanks.
All right. Well, thank you guys for being here with us today, and I hope to see you guys next time. And yeah, let's go play 2.0.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's hard.
Play it.
It's not downloaded yet.
Thank you guys.
But thank you for making it.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Okay, that's done. So literally now we're waiting for the update to finish. Again, chat, I'm going to end the stream now because literally AMD is asking me for an invite. AMD is asking for an update. So I'm definitely going to stop the stream now, do the graphical update, and then I'm going to be right back into a new stream, hopefully with the installation done as well. So 5-10 minutes max, and I will start again. Hope to see you soon. Won't take long. Peace out for now.